and try to encourage and inspire people to dive in them books and learn the ancient African language, right? Rani Kemet, that we call the Medu Netcher, as we refer to the script of the hieroglyphs. Anybody don't know, I'm from a hip hop group called Hieroglyphics, and been rocking hieroglyphics since the early 90s. But the study of the hieroglyphs came later. So today, to follow up on some stuff where we left off yesterday, and my intent is to make it all digestible and simple. If you've never seen none of my videos, know that I often translate um, ancient Egyptian texts back into African American vernacular English. And if you read the book Egyptian Grammar by Daniel Selden, you'll see why that's exactly qualified in doing so. So let's just dive right into it. We're going to deal with suffix pronouns. I do want to open up a few tools. One of the tools that I use for this in this workshop, meaning that anyone could be the teacher. If you click the link and you know more than me, come teach us. So it is Hope 1997 Middle Egyptian Grammar. We're in lesson 3 at about what's something else besides a lesson? So number 23, anyway. Like instruction number 23 or whatever. But talking about suffix pronouns, and you use Hope Middle Egyptian and supplement that with the dictionary, Mark Vigas's dictionary. You can get all them tools open right now and do what we do and continue to do it by yourself. Mark Vigas's dictionary, if you Google that, you can just download a PDF version. It links back, it's basically a digitized version of Faulkner's concise dictionary of Middle Egyptian. So we was just dealing with simple stuff and just dealing with word order last time. Let me open JSesh. And right now I just want to deal with suffix pronouns for a minute. Right? And I'll just read some from the book, but before I start, I'll say this last thing. I'm never going to be reading all straight from the book, because you can just read the book, and that's what I'm trying to encourage you to do. I'll read small segments out and then just give my knowledge on what I know about these things. So we're going to talk about the suffix pronoun. And it says the forms of 3 sets of pronouns. The suffix pronouns are by far the most widely used. Since they are attached to nouns and nominal forms to express the genitival notion, and additionally that to express the genitival notion, meaning like possession and stuff, and additionally they are attached to verb forms to express the subject. So a suffix pronoun is going to express the subject or a genitival notion. The basic function is genitival. It says even with verbs, it corresponds more or less to the English possessive pronouns my. I don't know if I said possessive earlier, but that's what I think I did. My, his, their, etc. Of course, when used as subject of verbs, they must be translated by the English nominal pronouns I, he, they, etc. The pronouns are attached directly to the word after the determinative, and absolutely nothing can separate them from the word which they are affixed. So let me give a quick example of that so we can chill. I closed JSesh already? Hold on. All right, so here we go. So we're going to take a simple noun and just see what we just learned, right? if I might need to put a Z1 under that. This noun is per. It is a bi. I was about to say biconsonantal. That works. A biconsonantal or a biliteral, which simply represents two consonants, a P and a R, per in Egyptology speak. So it's a house, and it's a noun. So what we just learned about suffix pronouns, and we know suffix comes after, it's attached to the end. A prefix is before, right? Then if I put the suffix pronoun, excuse me, that ain't no wonder. If I put the suffix pronoun F here, then what would that say? F is a masculine singular. No, it's not plural. Yeah, it's a masculine. But no, what person is it? For second person, third person, third person. We're going to look. I don't want to say. Because you're going to say which one when you see this one. I'm trying to give a clue by saying third person. It's masculine and it's third person. And it's singular. And the first word is a house. Somebody put it up in the chat, please. It is masculine, it is third person, and it is singular. Can somebody put it in the chat? This would probably be his house. Right? That's simple enough. And it's showing possession, as they said, is genitival. It's often genitival. Now, if it's a verb, you probably ain't gonna say his running. You probably say he's running, he is running, or whatever. But anyway, that's simple. And that's simple enough just for we'll show the different types of pronouns, but this is kind of simple to see how that works. And we can give another demonstration with another Egyptian word and another suffix pronoun. You know, I'll put a, that's the word for beauty. Now, it can be used, I mean, it's an adjective, but it can be nominalized and turned to a noun or whatever. Right? And someone can possess it. See, so how to make someone possess this beauty? But how first would it be? Well, you'll know that if you ever see Netcher in the beginning of a sentence, then it is nominalized in a way. I'm just making that easy. But what's happening here? If we put a suffix pronoun on this word Netcher for beauty, right? And say we put a, now which was, that will still be, if I am mistaken, that's still third person, but it's singular feminine. I can just look at the book. I mess those up sometimes, but I'm not doing it now, so I don't want to look at the book. And I know I got a lot of people who help in the chat, so once they appear, it's not, right? So then what's that doing? It's not she beautiful, but this would be like her beauty. Now we've seen sentences like this that when they was talking about the beauty belonging to the mother, and people didn't understand how beauty was a noun that one could possess in that sentence. So the sentence we seen was, it was like Netcher knee, but they didn't put the Y under the knee. Nephernimut, right? See if that pops up. Yeah. It was Nephernimut with a T behind it or under it, whatever. Nephernimut. Now, this is serving, notice this. Mut, it means mother. That's not her personal pronoun, right? That still is a pronoun. Her name would be her personal pronoun. So this is still another pronoun, like another name for a person that ain't their name. And again, in this workshop, whenever you feel like you need to interject, go right ahead. Right? So this is expressing the same thing that the last thing was expressing in a different way. This is basically called an indirect genitive because there is something separating the two nouns. See? When you take so this is what's separating it, the genitival adjective ni. Genitival, think possession. All right? Why am I saying ni and not in? Because if you transliterated this, you should know that this construct mandates that you pronounce ni and not in so that the reader or the hearer would know that this is a genitival adjective in between these two nouns. Beauty, which was an adjective, and it got nominalized and turned into a thing that one could possess. And so the mother possesses it. Always remember the be noun, and let me show you. We're reading from left to right here, but the be noun, which is this, always governs or owns or possesses the a noun. No matter if it is, this is not a suffix pronoun. Remember that. I'm showing you a different way, a different construct. Now, if I go here, this will be considered, damn. If I go here and put this will be considered a direct genitive, basically. But that you might not see it referred to that way as often, but what it is we still talking about genitive, so we talking about possession. And always remember the second noun owns the first one, right? So this is still the second noun, even though it's a pronoun. So even in this simple little construct right here, we have to address it in that regard. So then you take this adjective, which was nominalized, which is now the first noun. An adjective being used as a noun is nominalized, right? And so you take that, say, you want me to show you how you do it every day? You say, babe, cook some greens. Green is an adjective. But you nominalize that color description and turned it into a thing called leafed vegetables. You do it all the time. And it happens here too with beauty. It got turned into a thing, and now it can be possessed, and it is possessed by the second noun. So that is she. No, it's not she's beautiful. Don't do it that way. This is her beauty. Her beauty as a thing she can, as an aspect or as an attribute she possesses. All right. So let's go back to, and now the reason we'll go to the chart, straight to the chart, so you can see where I was like, that's first person, that's second person, that's third person. Because I always fumble and bumble sometimes. Not really, but sometimes I just like to ask questions to get some confirmation, right? For real. Or you can just come look at the books and read them over and over and over and over and over and over. Now look, gender here, first, second, third person. We talk about suffix pronouns, anything we can put after the noun to change the possession of it, basically. Right? And if it's a noun, it's going to change the possession of it because it formed that direct genitive or a bound construct that can't be separated. It's inseparable. You can't put nothing in between the pronoun and the can't put nothing between the suffix pronoun and the noun. You can put something between a noun and another noun in a lot of instances, which would be a "ni" to form that indirect genitive. Indirect ownership. It's just like saying belongs to in the middle. But look, if we was in the first person, so I know I'll be liking to break it down all the way simple. So first person, bro, don't even trip. If you don't know that, you're going to get slapped in the back of your head. First person is you. Because none of this happened without the first person. Whoever the first person is in anything. Like, how do things always happen from the... I would love to see something only from the second or third. Anyway, forget my additional commentary. My, because it's possessive, right? You feel me? So that's why I said it was you, but the word is mine. Like me, not you. But you feel what I'm trying to say? Let me speak in my first person so that y'all can understand me. So that first person here is me and my. Thank you. Because I was speaking in y'all first person saying it was you. Now, the second person from my actual first person speaking now is you and your. So the glyph for the first person, which represents my, is this man here. Or simply a reed leaf. And let's demonstrate that with what we know. So if I go, what is that saying? My beauty. A vain statement. And you wouldn't probably see this ever said like this, but this is grammatically correct. My beauty. In the male. This is a man being vain. But they also showed us that if we put that, it says the same thing. And this is something to understand. Because they are doing the same thing, but in the sense they serving... They're doing the same thing, but as we learn the function of this reed leaf and suffix, we'll see there's more to learn about that. Because if you see this as a masculine aspect of one who is beautiful or a beautiful one, which this is saying too, but it's saying it in a different way. He possesses that beauty. Now, since we want to keep this 100, we're going to go like this. No, we're going to go like this. And it would be a Nepheret. Just we talk about declension and how this would add a T to it possibly. Right? Because you're talking about a woman. But you notice this, that don't let that throw you off, see? Because if you was reading this glyphs, you would have thought that was the determinative for beauty. But we know that's not the determinative for this word. And sometimes I'll be like, we got to read that in this instance. This is exactly one of the instances where we would have to read that. And this is still the beauty she possesses, her beauty. Not she's beautiful, because it's not in the adjectival position. It's something she possesses. And so when we come back to the book, another way to say that in the feminine would be nephretes. um, her beauty, right? So let's keep going. So then, what if you wanted to do the second person? Now, I always think of a group of 3 people. I try to make it the simplest we could do. Now, if you wanted to say something to the second dude right there and you looking at him, you probably gonna say you, right? But what if you want to, oh no, I don't want to mess that up. The second person is you and yours, all right? And it is this K-bowl here for the masculine. Now notice this. For the first person, he don't got a gender here. And I took the third person S and said her beauty, remember? But I didn't address what if you, because I never seen, see, there you go. I don't be doing the Billy or whatever. I never seen myself from that aspect. So when I said I'm speaking from my first person, I didn't address the how you would say this from the feminine, the first person from the feminine. And they're showing here that it can still be equally used, but a woman wouldn't use a man as the determinative. I never seen that when a woman used maybe hot chef suit or something. But anyway, let's continue. Now we see the TCH and the T can be used in suffix for the feminine, you or your. All right? But if y'all two were standing together and y'all wanted to talk about a third person, y'all gonna say he or his. And that's the F, or hers. And that's the F and the S. So these are just simple combinations that can work in suffix of nouns and verbs in order to say particular things. It forms possession in nouns, and it shows who's doing the action in verbs. He ran, she ran. So these are simple, and if you start memorizing what these glyph sounds they make, you'll be further along. So now we're about to deal with the plural, and it's the same exact thing. First person is in with the 3 strokes. It means our, right? Second person, chin or tin, your or y'all, y'all. Don't forget we teach in African American vernacular English over here. Y'all works there. And then you can do third person sin, there, right? So now this there is the possession there, right? It's not they are. So if I took this sin and put it back on there, we wouldn't render. Let me put it. And then you put it in over 3 strokes, right? So if you put the sin, this is not they are beautiful. It's still possessive. Their beauty. But now you know that they female because this says Nefret. But so let's see if this would be matching. What I mean is this has to match the gender. This matches the gender of this here. So let me show you. See, this says, now let's see, nope, they're not doing that. Meaning both of these, masculine and feminine, you can share for the plural, which is good to know, right? You can share those for the plural suffixes there. So that's just like there with no gender. So in that instance, it wouldn't even be no, that never wouldn't be have a gender. Let me see. All right, so yeah, I just not gonna hella read from the book, but I encourage you to, and I'm gonna get around and have some fun with some of the lessons. This is some of the stuff that I was talking about. Use of suffix pronouns with nouns, but we want to skip forward to verbs since we did that. They also got the special form with dual nouns. Then you're going to get, this is where we get the Tifi from Aunt Tifi. Well, we're going to be dealing with the Tifi. Somebody can say the Tifi and Aunt Tifi name ain't the same thing. But it says when the third masculine singular suffix is attached to a dual noun, it occurs as fi. The third feminine singular suffix after dual is si. And the second person masculine singular suffix after the dual is ki. You know, you'll take time to learn these on your own. I know people who don't know these now. His eyes. So what are you trying to understand here? In order to mark duality, the final consonant is added to the root is a Y. Dual, like two things, yeah, a Y, right? So if you're talking about an I, you could say earets or earets for one eye. Now, if you want to say two eyes, you could say ereti, because you added a Y. Now that's two eyes. But if you wanted to say his two eyes, you got to add the Y to the pronoun too. So that would make it eretifi. Tifi. Because you said you put a Y on the T to say T, and you also got to put a Y. And here's the example here. As you see, the two I's and the F with the two strokes behind it. So that's fi right there. All right, but I encourage y'all to read all of that. Now it says the use of suffix pronouns with prepositions. So it says ni, to me, or ni in, to me or for me, or hair s upon it, or sin toward them. With the preposition hair and are in general written under the face sign when followed by a suffix. I know, see, I'm not going to teach like that. Nope. I need to just show y'all because I know y'all and people don't understand what that means. And I'm doing too much reading and not showing. So let me take this and show you what he's talking about. All I want you to read is this. Use of suffix pronouns with prepositions. Right? So you can have a preposition in. Now normally it should be, if it's a preposition, it's a noun in front of it. But you can have a preposition in and then have A1, and that works. A lot of us, somebody will put what grammar part that is up right now, but if you don't know, don't trip, it's going to be dative. Remember that man represents me from my perspective, or you from your first person perspective, meaning if you say me, this is how you would say me, right? By that man right there. So if this in, and we're going to learn something about this in, that I made hella hard when I was learning the glyphs. So here goes a shortcut. Dative and stative don't got shit to do with each other. Repeat. Everybody repeat. Write it in your book. Dative and stative don't got right shit to do with each other. You always remember it. Because that will mislead you so much when hearing people talking about the grammar. Don't address these terms like some foreign things you don't know. Just understand them and let's roll. Dative is to give something to somebody. It don't got nothing to do with stative, so I'm not going to talk about stative right now. Dative is to give something to somebody, so you're going to say to or for. Let's talk about this in for a minute. The main two aspects you'll approach this in, or you'll see this in used in, is for the dative, to or for a person, right? Or for the preposition in, which is just to, but it's not dative, so it's not to or for a person. It's just like to whatever else the other noun is. To, you can say to Egypt. That ain't dative. You're not giving something to Egypt. You're just saying to Egypt. And so it's other ways to say that. But anyway, and the other aspect would be genitival, when it shows that whatever the noun is after it in the AB construct or indirect genitive, it shows that whatever the second noun is owns the first. So since this is a dative in 2 or 4, and you know that this represents you or me, I gotta always speak from the first person in this lesson. That's all confusion. So since you know this represents me, right? Well, this would be the dative. Is it to me or for me? That's always going to be left for you to decide by the context. But a lot of the times, for me matches the dative better than to me. Unless they're giving something to you. You know, say he gave the thing for me, that's messing it up. You translate to me. And so that's what he's talking about. Now, I don't know if he spoke on the dative yet, but he surely would be about to. Right? Oh, it says to me, for me, right here. See, as you see. Now, we got the same thing happening here with this hair S upon it. So this is a preposition with the same suffix pronouns we've been talking about, hooked on the prepositions. And here's a good one to know. F in it. Let me show you that. There's a reed leaf in the M. Hold on. And then it is well, he said F for it. Yep. F. Now, here's the thing to know about the third person singular for masculine and feminine. It can also be it. So if your translation, he and she ain't working, try it. And if it works, because you would have been, this wouldn't work for you. Let me show you why, and let me illustrate it. Come back to the book, right? And this is what I'm working off. F. It says in it, right? Now, if you try to translate this as the third person, he or his in, because remember, this gotta own this. His in makes no sense. So then we'll be thinking, hold up, this is probably a preposition with a suffix in it. Because preposition is in, connected to nouns. He in the car. And so that's why we gotta understand that this could also be it when everything else ain't working. Oops, nope, that ain't oops. Here we go. What about suffix pronouns with verbs? And this should be a little bit fun because this is going to teach us a whole form that we're going to talk about. Y'all probably hear us talk about it on our show hella much. And I'm going to type an ear. And you probably sometimes it'll have an M after it. That word is sejum. Even if you just see the ear is sejum. S Jenga M. S capital D M. Sejum. SDJM. Sejum. Right? It means to hear. No, it means hear. Right? It means hear. Now, if we take, you can see it written like this with the phonetic complement after it. It means hear. Now, remember when we attach a suffix pronoun to nouns, the suffix pronoun possesses or owns the noun. His car, his house. But if we take the same F for his and put it here behind a verb to here, it means it's not possession anymore. It's the one who commits the action. So we would say Sejam F. Remember that statement. Sejam, this word for hearing, F. So now, just at an elementary level of the Medu Netcher, first I'm going to describe what this means. If Sejam is to hear, and the F now means that this person is the one who does the action of the verb, then this will translate to he hears. Now remember the aspect of the word, keep it in the infinitive or keep it as the generic. No, there you go, right there. You messed it up, Shazmoo. Damn. Exactly what I'm talking about now, you just messed it up, Shazmoo. That's how I know you ain't absorbed this part yet. But that ain't the issue. I just want you to absorb it right now. Feel me. The infinitive is the generic form of the verb. And I know you know because we study this all the time. But you just said heard with this a past complete action. You can't still be heard in something. And hearing is an incomplete action. You're not done hearing if the word is hearing. So you took us to two different aspects. And this is what I was trying to explain right when I was talking about it. Thank you. There you go, Brother Patah. Hears. Because we got to keep it generic in its most, because the ancient Egyptian will change it by putting different things on the verb. So I appreciate that. He hit him with the, yeah, there you go. And that's going to, there you go. Here, so this is he hears. And if I look at the book and it says something else, I would be kind of let down. But if we see it, see that, oh yeah, it's going to say it says he listens. So it does say the same thing. Because you see, he didn't say listened or listening. ING, for the sense of this, even if I'm pronouncing it wrong, for the sense of this lesson, adding an ing is called a gerund. Gerund, right? That's adding an ing. So when we say when you gerund it, that's what we're talking about. All we're saying is you added an ing to the verb. Now, we're going to talk about those instances. And now we'll talk about the aspects of those instances to help us give proper translations back. And so I appreciate that participation, Patah. And so let's go back to the screen. So they said he listens. I said he hears. It's the same thing. Let's use listens for the sense of this because I like the word listens better. You feel me? So he listens. Now let's talk about the other aspects. And now we're going to talk about conjugated verb forms. Don't trip off shit that sound big. It ain't. It's just conjugated verb forms. Verbs that got suffixes on them that change the meaning slightly. Or I should say the aspect. Right? So, in this sense, now, this is a verb form. This is not what is this not? This is not a noun phrase or a noun form. This is a verb form. So the rule about nothing separating them does not apply. That's with nouns. When this is a noun and this is a pronoun. When this is a verb and you separate it by the end, now I want to talk about this because there's hella stuff that can happen. Hold on, but why is my thing not working? Oh, because I'll be doing that. Now, they probably wouldn't put it like that, and we'll talk about this later. They put the F under there, right? Most often. So now, if this means to listen, And if it just had the F, it means he listens. Now you're going to go back to heard because listen won't work as good. You're going to say he has. All right, we're going to talk about that. Heard. Now, ancient Egyptian don't really got tense in the way that English got tense. What it has is aspects of a verb. So to cheat a little bit, you could try to understand a third use of this in is to give an aspect to the verb. It's not cheating if you give it an aspect. It's cheating if you think of it as a tense. Because it will match up in English, but the ancient Egyptians didn't see it that way. So we got to be appropriate. The aspect of this in is giving us a past complete action. Now think about that. Take the verb from its generic infinitive form. I call it generic, but scholars don't call it that. All right? They say infinitive or whatever. But generic to help you understand, like the base, like run, without nothing else on it. In order to use the infinitive in English, you have to use the preposition to use that right. Unless you're just going to say a command like run, boy. You feel me? You say to run or to walk. You feel me? And so, but I don't want to get off track because I want us to focus really on this end. Now, the aspect of this verb being a past and complete action is grammatically called what? Imperfective or perfective? The past and complete action in my memory is imperfective. And if the book correct me, then I'm wrong, but I'm right. The past complete action is imperfect. Wait a minute. Hold on. No, I want to check myself. I'm going to look in the book. You want to know why? Because if I said that wrong, I would hate it. So, you feel me? And I know I got grammarians right in the thing that can hurry the lesson along. Because I'm just talking about grammar terms. So I'm not really tripping off that, but you should know the grammar terms. The past. No, I'm about to put it in Google. Watch this. The past complete PLET. Yeah, I think it's imperfective. The past complete ACTION is it's called what? It's gonna say imperfective. I don't think that's but it made me think it was perfect. See, it's perfect in English. So I'm glad we caught that. Now, the way that my spidey senses went off when I said hold up, but I think ancient Egyptian gonna swing it around. It's called what in ancient Egyptian? I know, but I had to catch myself because I didn't want to mess that up. Now they saying it's perfect. And I think that is right. Perfected because it was complete, it's done, it's over. You feel me? But that's still English, but still. The past complete action is called the past perfect tense. And grammar in the first, I still think I'm right though about ancient Egyptian. But whatever, instead of dealing with that term, and I apologize for that, we're going to deal with it when Hope gets to it, right? But because regardless of what it does, what this indicates to you is that, regardless of the grammar term, what it indicates to you is that this verb is now a past complete action. That's what this form is telling you. This is Sejm in that form. Now, whether that is perfective or imperfective, we're going to look that up later, and then we'll know all of that. But it shouldn't have slipped my memory right now. In my memory, it's perfect because the way I remember shit if it's excuse my language, the way I remember things, if it's past and it's perfect, I mean, if it's past and it's complete, then I think it's perfect. Like I think of a dude throwing a ball, right? It don't mean the ball got through in a perfect spiral. It mean the ball ain't still in the air. It's not an incomplete action. And so that's the way I remembered it, and that's how I normally work those type of things out. But we'll use the book to work it out. So this form, this verb form, is called Sejm NF. And it's also how you would pronounce this in Egyptology speak. It's such a common verb form, we see it all the time. It's a conjugated verb, sejm, with N on it, which is representing the past complete action, and the F on it, that's still a pronoun. So he has heard or he has listened. If you're not absorbing past complete action, how could you say hear, but you're not hearing anymore? It happened in the past and it's done. You're done hearing it. You'd say heard. Okay? So he has heard. But now let's talk about a different tense. Now you remember this one, Sejm F. He hears. Right? He has heard. But what about hearing? See, that'll get different. That'll get different. Listening will require that you change this verb. And I'm gonna show you, and then I'm gonna prove it in the book. To this, you'd have to, and you probably hardly ever see it, but you will see it in Hoke's lesson. So I'm not messing this up. You really probably won't never see a sejm with a T behind it, right? So you're gonna have to know it was there. What they will put is a U, which does the same thing. So just remember these options, and now it's getting a bit complicated, but I want you to peep game. What we're still doing is adding suffixes to the root, but they should not be considered suffixes in this instance. Because what we're doing is bringing out another aspect of the verb in another way they would have pronounced it. You feel me? So sejm would mean hears or listens, and sejm U, now it's going to start getting complicated. Look, sejm U is going to change the aspect of the verb to what? One who listens. But you got to remember, this ain't past and complete. And so you can also sometimes get a listening one out of this. And we'll prove that with the lesson that Hope gives us. And now you can also get it out of this, but it'll be probably rare to see a sejmet, right? More often you'll see a sejmu. It makes it one who listens, and it'll offer you a chance to say listening, right? Which would be an ongoing, incomplete action, right? All right, so that's easy. That sounded complicated at the first, but that's hella easy. All right, I'm gonna do a few more. Shout out to anybody watching. It was just like so many people here, but I don't be wanting too much silly attention. I'd rather do what we normally do and rock with who want to see this. You know what I'm saying? So, obviously, an introduction to suffix conjugation. Since I already start talking about it, I'll read it. The term suffix conjugation designates the 5 basic conjugated verb forms used as part of the subject and verb unit, whether the subject is a noun or a pronoun. The designation of the model form is sejm F or sejm NF. That's everything we just was talking about, right? And it also refers to verbs with noun subjects. And the respective verb forms are identical whether the subject is a noun or a suffix pronoun. I repeat, the respective verb forms are identical whether the subject is a noun or a suffix pronoun. Meaning that verb ain't gonna be altered. If whatever you're trying to say about that verb, it don't matter whether you got a noun or a suffix pronoun behind it. The third person masculine singular suffix pronoun F is used to for mere convenience in the names of these verb forms. Oh, that is interesting. So he's talking about Sejm NF and Sejm F. He's telling you that F, don't think it's always going to be an F. It's just convenient. Right? It's a lot more to read about that. But here he's telling you there is something called a second tense that is is particular to ancient Egyptian. But he's going to tell you right here what we know about the tense of an ancient Egyptian verb. Look, the tense of the Egyptian verb forms are relative to their context rather than absolute tenses, as in the case of Indo-European languages. So they don't really got no absolute tenses like that. You got aspects that get brought out in the verb that let you know the tense. It says the use of the form of the relative present meaning expresses concomitant action. I gotta do that. I hate when I do that. I gotta see what that's at. Concomitant. All right, you can go and write it in the chat while I look it up.
Concomitant.
Concomitant. Naturally accompanied or associated. Thank you. Action, whether in the past, present, or the future. The relative past in the past context serves as the pluperfect, the past with the present. The past within the past. Excuse me. They had heard was his example of the past within the past. Had heard. And the past verb form in the future context indicates priority of action. All right. So what's going to happen first? But I hope that wasn't too confusing. And if not, we can sit down in the whole workshop and go all the way through all of that. And now I'm just getting to reading more than the stuff that I wanted to. So I encourage you to, this is encouragement for you to get in. Oh, well, you didn't read that. Because you're supposed to read it. Let's go to verb classes. It says several classes of the verb roots are distinguished in Egyptian based on the number of natural and radical root letters comprising the root. Like the Semitic and other Afro-Asiatic languages, there is a preference for roots with 3 consonants. All right, remember that. It says the main clauses are as follows. Biconsonantal, and we should talk about this because a lot of these is ones that we avoided learning. Some of us, including myself back in the day. Biconsonantal root, that's one we all learned. It got 2 consonants, right? The root, right? So we got a Jenga and a D. We have a R and a, right? And we got they basically represent 2 sounds. Biconsonantal, 2 consonants. Triconsonantal roots should have 3 consonants. But now look at this. We're not looking at that. We're looking at the verb classes. So I want us to be clear. And that is the verb class. But this is on strong verbs, and we should talk about this. What is a strong verb? A strong verb doesn't have a consonant that will fall off. Remember, weak stuff fall off. If you ever had some weak relationship with somebody, I bet it mildewed or it went bad and they fell off. So certain consonants be like that too. damn mildew and fall off. But they call that, well, we'll talk about what they call that once we get to it. They grow too, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Right? Right here it says try consonant in the root. Strong verbs, they consonants don't fall off. Now that gets crazy because even if it's going to go into a different verb class, you won't really tell by it losing a third weak consonant or something like that. You just got to know. But they'll still give you an indication, probably with an uchik or something. But that is in a different meaning. Well, I'm talking ahead of myself. So right now we're just simply talking about the verb classes. So let me just limit it to that. Try consonantal roots on strong verbs. None of those consonants will fall off. But see, this will become relevant on this next one. Look, third weak roots. It simply means the third consonant is weak. So in some instances, it falls off. This is why we even out of pocket calling. I mean, you could say pert, M-Heru, but it would have to, it's a Y in there. Because to come forth is not the same word as a house. Now, pert, M-Heru, let's talk about that. Y'all know that as the Book of the Dead, and let me prove it right now. Remember we started with this per, right? But they're going to go like this. If it's this word, this is how you know it's not a house, because they spelled it like this. Now that says peret. This is the word people say when they try to say pert M-Heru and they act like they know the glyphs and they say the book are coming forth by day. Now let's think about this exactly. Come in is gerund. It has an ing on it. It's the first thing that you want to realize. But if I go like this, look, PR, and then I just put the R. Oops, excuse me. That is just per, but really it's peri. But this, I'm teaching us how it's peri right now, and how we know it's peri and not per. Even though we only see per here, I'm going to offer you that most of the times when you see it like this, without the single stroke under it, it is possibly peri, which means to come forth. But it still doesn't mean coming forth. So if I write out peri, you see it written out. You hardly ever see peri written out. Because third weeks in ancient Egyptian, remember this as a rule. Third weeks is hardly ever written out. You got to know the grammar. They would say them, but they just didn't write them out all the time. So this is what it would look like, peri. But since it's a third week, we know that that last glyph ain't there. And so this is all we see, per, which would cause an amateur to confuse this for just being a house or whatever. But let's keep going because we got a T on the end of it. And that is what enables us to gerund this, to add the ing. But you don't just add the ing because it becomes an individual who is now a part of the word. Believe it or not. So now this is one who is coming forth. So in the book of, they say, the Book of the Dead coming forth by day. Now let's write, say, what would it say? Coming forth by day and night. Now they say Ru Nu. Now I'm going to tell you, you can go look at all of them mugs. And it ain't no Ru Nu on all of them. Let me show you what they see. So first of all, it's an right? Now if you want to say it's Ru, fix me, because it could be Ru. But Ru will be this. So if y'all seen Ru and knew at the beginning of a part M rule, then you let me know. But you probably see new and help me out. And we can just pull up a text like they all over the internet. So now they took this and probably just said this was the root. Now, if you've seen this with a chick bar, and I wish Chris was here. Damn. You've never seen the O. So anyway, I'm going to leave that out. But that's the root new part that they'd probably be talking about. So this is part M. Now, this is how you know. Part M, and they say, hey, Rue. Now, when I seen it, they just put the A. Oops, I'm sorry. I messed up there. I'm going to put which H? Excuse me. Why every time I put an M, they go to that? Now, I want to see something. Now they might go like this over. And this is the same thing. This is another third week, right? I'm sorry it's taking me so long. Over R, right? That's another third week. Well, let me ask you something. Is the hey rule word for day a third week? You hardly ever see the ooh on it, but they can put the ooh on it. Right? They can put any ooh on it, right? Okay. But it could fall off. And it does fall off. And so all they will put after this is probably a ra, a different ra. Let me see something, man. Stop playing with me. So what's the ra sun glyph determinative? I'm typing ra, they don't want to give it to me. I should put Sue. There you go, Sue. So now, so far we got coming. Now this is one who is coming forth, all in that right there. Because of how we understand how verbs get turned into participles that it represents the entity inside of the verb at this point. But they just say coming forth by preposition M. Hey, rule is even though I said Sue to get the determinant today, this word looks like hair, but it is another third week it appears because the word is hey rule. Now I said it appears and I just wrote it there. So I would like to show you these things in dictionary so you won't be like, what you mean it appears? You just wrote it. But this is, I hate having to overqualify myself. And that's what we're talking about here. So the third week roots they're showing you here. To cross. Let me help you. Because you need to know what I'm referring to in my head to know why I know that I'm good there. You only got 3 options. Remember this. You might want to, if you're interested, you might want to remember this. There's only 3 week options. Can somebody put them up in the chat? If you know what the ancient Egyptian weak consonant/vowels are, put them up in the chat. Yeah, you thought they didn't write the vowels. So weak consonants, they weak because another reason they don't know if they consonants or vowels or what. But I added that, but that's true though. Sometimes they would switch places, like, trust me. But the real meaning of weak is that it will fall off. Y'all don't know what the 3 week, it's only 3 of them. Put them up in the chat. Not the glyphs, but just put the standard English 3 letters of what the 3 weeks is. Thank you, Patah. I, Y, and W. So there go your code right there. If the word has a chance, if the third consonant is an I, Y, or a W, those are weak, so you could see it in a form where the I, the Y, and the W ain't there. It ain't there on this word, even though it exists on the first word, because this is peri to come forth. but it's Perret when you use it because we left out the Y and we're not saying Perret because it's a third week. And they think that these weak sounds really fell out of the pronunciation too. So be clear. Perret is fine. Pert. They say pert. M. Dang, is that an earthquake? Oh shit. California having an earthquake. And this motherfucker moving. Hey, I'm all in. Oh man, this gotta be some real shit. I need to call it back because if it's moving where I'm at, then the Bay might have just rocked and rolled real quick. How many of y'all in the Bay? Y'all felt that earthquake? Like some shit was shaking, nice and good. Savannah, I got to go holler, man. Hold on. I hope it's cool in the Bay. You felt that? Yeah. Hey, check and see what's up in the Bay. Dang. That thing was rocking and rolling. I'm coming on the Kiznammer. But put it this way, if it was bad, they had to cut off the stream. I can't even cut off the stream. I know, man. All right. Hey, court wasn't cool. I just was answering to a complaint. You feel me? But dang, I looked up like that gotta be an earthquake. Man, my daughter doing the checkups. I need to get my phone on. Hold on. Just give me a second because my phone is unplugged, and if anybody try to call your mom though. Call your mom. Let the room. All right, let me plug my phone up. That's something else. All right, cool. Part M Heru. What do they say after that? Coming for about day and night. Is it and night? M Gar? M Gar. Let me see. M Gar. M Garrett. It's not M Gar, it'll be M Garrett. But it's always an M G over the R. Then the H, right? Not that H though. That had me kind of like M Gar, and then you probably put night. Let me see. I ain't got the night thing. Anyway, that was crazy. But it lasted for like maybe 20 seconds. And it wasn't shaking big time, but I'm like, I'm away from those areas. So I'm wondering, I'm really not, but you know, the cow, what's that fault in the Bay? Hey, it was just some six fingers. I know you in the Bay, bro. You in the Bay still? Who else? Efeezy? Who was in the chat that's in the Bay, man? All right, I'm gonna keep it popping though. I'm gonna keep on going. Waiting for my phone to charge up. Triconsonantal root, strong verbs. Okay, we talked about that. They strong verbs. These are weak verbs. So they got consonants that'll fall off. But what about second germinating root? All right. Now, I love to think of germination like germination. And a second consonant. Oh, you in Atlanta? A second consonant growing off of the He talking about I ain't feel it. A second consonant growing off the root. Okay? Germination. But they saying that this is a second germinating root. So they ain't saying that this didn't germinate to form a new word. This is already the root. With the second, now we got to talk about this because quabab would be the word that you would actually pronounce that to stress the word for some strange reason. But that is something that we know as a second germinating root. Then we got the fourth week root, so you already know what that means. Thank you, Chris. I was like, where Chris at? Now we got the fourth week roots. It was just an earthquake in Cali. That shit was crazy. The fourth week roots, right? No, you won't see these much, but we should know about them. And they mean the same thing, that the fourth consonant is weak. So this here go one I'll be messing up. Like, you see right there, they say himsy to sit down. But if I read this, I might say himes. Because, I mean, that's qualified, but I'm not acknowledging that there was a weak consonant that I should transliterate to get the word transliterated out. Right? So some will say himesi or whatever, but that ain't with the triple. And they even got, let's see. Oh no, he stopped right there. Okay, cool. Yesterday we learned a lot about this. It says the circumstantial sedum F form. Yeah, that was like the second quake in 1 week. My daughter's on the phone and I'm charging my other phone, so I want to see contact people to make sure it wasn't nothing special. It might have just been a little something, nothing. Oh, that's a good question. Thank you, the sheriff. He says, why are you using weak for suffixes, Smash? Thank you for saying that. So if you don't, if I wasn't clear, I switched from the part where we was talking about suffixes. Remember we started talking about verb classes and roots, which we only talking about roots when we talking about weak. So I'm glad you asked that question so I could show people, you know, that ain't what I meant for them to mean. When I was talking about weeks, we're only talking about the roots and particular type of verb forms or verb classes. So that's when I had started doing this. I switched up and stopped talking about the suffix pronouns. My bad. All right. But now understanding, I mean, this is all one lesson because you gotta learn about those suffix pronouns and then learn about these verb classes and then so that we can talk about the Sechem NF form and blah blah blah, which we kind of discussed. So it says the circumstantial Sechem F, often employed by Egyptologists, is misleading, for although circumstantial forms do indeed occur in clauses for circumstance, they are also the usual form employed by the main clause of a simple statement of fact. So the main form of a verb, I mean, the main verb form employed in the simple statement of fact, you mean following the you that we talked about, is often the circumstantial Sechem NF. We can often hear Chris say, yeah, that's circumstantial, and probably don't know that we could refer back to this to understand what was going on right there. Now, although somewhat surprising, speakers of Indo-European and Semitic languages, surprising to them, the circumstantial forms are adverbal in nature. The circumstantial forms cannot stand on their own and always modify or depend on something, even if it's only the particle you. All right. The grammatical category for the adverb is law. Oh no, I'm not gonna start just reading the book. I want to encourage you to read the book. We're gonna do the fun stuff. So here go. We showed these, but what is he talking about it in? The circumstantial Sechem F forms are the following for the various verbal clauses. So for a biconsonantal verbal clause, it says both root letters, right? and the F. This is circumstantial. So even though it's he hears, I still need to know, did there have to be a circumstance that caused them to hear or something? We'll talk about that. What it says, the circumstantial subject F form are as follows in the various verb classes. As we see, jet F, he hears. But then we're going to get, for the triconsonantals, we'll see all three consonants. What been, why? Because these are strong verbs. So nothing's going to fall off. What been, ek, what been, ek, he, oh no, you shine, right? And if you want to say shine was a this is a verb, so you shine. But if you wanted to make it a noun, it'd be your shine, right? But anyway, the third and fourth week, remember, that means the third and fourth consonant could fall off without gemination. That means nothing grew off of, I don't want to say grew. There's no duplicate final consonant. So in the third and fourth weeks without gemination, like the word Mary, see, we saying Mary, even though we only see mer here. Let me make it bigger. You see it's only mer, but some can say this stands for the E, but it don't. It's only really mer, it's Marie. Well, some would argue that that stands for the E, but no, it doesn't because the hand is to the mouth. So mer, which is like love, or you could say beloved. Now, it's love or her beloved, or her love, right? But it's without no gemination, so we don't see mer with two R's. We just see mer with one R. And here, now here's something to drip off, because he gave us the fourth week, Himsi, right? And Himsi, now this one is got an E after. So Himsi just means to sit, right? And we see that that I is nowhere to be found in there because the fourth is weak and is gone. But what about the second geminating with gemination? That means the second consonant is double. So look, ma, and then you see the ah that we pronouncing is double. Look, two A's. But what case are we observing? Let's go back up. The circumstantial forms appear this way. So now, if you want to know how Chris be identifying that that's circumstantial, or how anybody who know it at that level, they're going to call right there. If the verbs appear in that way, in that form, and they often are followed by you, or whatever you said, they depend on something, you might consider asking, is that the circumstantial form? All right, I'm just feeling like I'm doing too much readership. So read all of them chapters. This video is intended to encourage, and then I'm going to open up the chat in about a minute so we can start a little workshop. Right? So now, everybody who's been watching the past two lessons, I'm just looking at little glyphs inside this book. You still know that this means he hears, because we just worked on he hears, but you see this you in front. But we talked about this you already as simply being the particle that starts sentences. Now I'm going to skip you forward some and help you out a bit. And I don't know why they don't be teaching it in this way. Because when they teach you the you, they should have went ahead and taught all the other particles that start sentences. But they make you wait till later in the book. And that's why I'm here. So I'm going to try to go ahead, and while I'm thinking of them, while I'm looking for them, I'll just speak on them. Start sentences is the best way to say it. for lack of better words. But you notice that they say it's a statement of fact. It don't necessarily have to be looked at as a start in a new sentence, but whenever you start a new statement of fact, normally you start a new sentence or you're doing like an and. So that you glyphs, and let me put you up really big so everybody know what we're talking about. If you don't remember nothing else and you want the best shortcut to be lazy, and this will betray you at certain readings. Damn, what is going on? I'm trying to erase the damn glyphs and they won't erase. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to let's close it down. Or maybe it's glitching or something. I'm gonna erase the glyphs that wouldn't erase. So I was gonna give you one of those shortcuts that people probably don't like when I be saying, so I'll just leave it out for you. Learn the right way. Do shortcuts later. Right? So, all right, we got you. I was about to put it on the screen, but Jay just wanted to, maybe it was me doing that. Maybe it was me. Yeah, it's still working. Let me see. No, when I move around, I just gotta go down here. Excuse me. So, this is all we talking about right now. This is all you need to remember. Nah, it is malfunctioning. Either my keyboard just ain't working or this thing is malfunctioning. So I tried to close it. I'm gonna have to do hella shit right on the live. T-ads. Okay. Go to the task manager. Bear with me. Close down this JSS because my computer's been turned boosty lately. Stuff be freezing and stuff. I don't even see it on here. So forget it. I'm gonna ignore it and keep moving. I can just open up another one. It's that boosty. I don't know why it's that whack right there. So this one I'm looking for. And then now this one working. So it wasn't me, y'all. Now look. That is all you need to remember right for first. We're talking about a particle that starts sentences, and if that ain't appropriate for your translation, it mandates that what follows it is a statement of fact. Not that it really was a fact, but that the speaker intended to relay it as a fact. Remember that. Don't be like, oh, this ain't really a fact. No, it don't gotta be a fact for real. It meant that he was trying to convey to the reader that it was a fact. This is you in certain Egyptological pronunciations, right? So now let's talk about some of them other particles they left out that work just like you. What I mean is, half the time you see this one, not that, and then you go me over okay, and it could even be over a T. This is mock. Some will say meek, mock, Mac, whatever. MK, right? And this is just the me sign, which means to give, but it don't mean that in this instance. I could have used a different one. I could have used this one. And then went with the K. Right? This statement is a particle similar to, what's the other one? I was going to say accept, but I'll talk about that next. Similar to you, right? But it means look or behold, or in African American vernacular English is when you're trying to get somebody attention to say, check it out. Look, it's most often used like check it out more than it's used like behold. They have another statement they use for profound statements like that. That's mech. So that might be starting a new statement. Not saying it's a fact, but you might see it. And then it is what? You might see that. And this will serve different functions. And so I'm gonna wait till I pull that up in the book. But I just want to speak on them real quick. And I'm gonna open up the chat if anybody wants to come in and chill on these type of videos. Let's do it. Oh, you said let's read some text and news stories or letters. Okay. Not hieratic. Why you say not hieratic? Let's start with the hieratic. We got training wheel text. I ain't that good with the hieratic, but I ain't that bad either. We're going to talk about what the iset is. It is a particle that starts off certain sentences, but I'm about to pull up its exact meaning when we see it. I'm about to share this screen. Anybody wants to come in, feel free to hit that link I just shared. And we will continue with these free, inspirational, encouraging lessons about Medu Netcher. That's what they're intended as. Remember I said in December I was going to start teaching? I wanted to put the class together, but I'm like, forget it. Just start teaching it. Now they say, well, he's not really talking about mech, but he did speak on it right here. When talking about the predicated adjective. And you should read up on that. There's the adjective, the impersonal predicated adjective in the data. Just read all that stuff. I'm going to get to what I feel like talking about. Now, the adjective and the noun is also another bound construct. Nothing should be able to separate the adjective and the noun. Nothing should come in between it. All right? Well, let's read about it. With reference to, hey, what's up, Joy? You there?
Yeah, man, I'm here.
What's up with you?
Now I was just I was watching Reggie's thing last night, and I was just going through some of the text that he was reading in the TLA. Like just I'm just kind of learning how to use the TLA a little bit more to be able to access to be able to learn the language a little bit more.
Yeah.
In terms of being able to like take the sentence and then go into the sentence and then access the whole text as opposed to
Yeah, that shit easy. Get in there and start clicking around. You're not gonna break nothing. Feel me? So just click every button and see what it leads you to and try to remember it.
but I actually learned some of these texts, like the pyramid text and all of these texts are actually on the TLA.
Exactly. The TLA is the scholastic source of everything. So any
And, I,
text anybody talking about, not any text. A lot of the text that people talk about can be found in the text corpus.
and would you believe after all this time of using the TLA, I'm finally learning how to actually use it for myself?
Wonderful. Use it and read those texts as much as you can. As archers, that's what we do, and it be cats coming back to me, finding stuff I never seen, and helping the argument. Like, you seen this? I'll be like, you're be deep in the TLA. He
Yeah,
find
man.
half the stuff I'll be putting on my show.
Yeah, man, that is true. But I'm one of those who's very slow to do things because when I come on your show, I don't want to be sounding crazy. So I take my
Man,
to
ain't
understand.
nothing, ain't nothing over here to be tripping off. It's all good. If you sound crazy, we'll tell you quit.
I know that, and that's what I don't want.
Nah, you cool. So we're gonna do this just for the fun. Anybody else want to participate? Just hit the link. I didn't save the link, but it's still right there. I'm gonna do a few of these, and then maybe for the next 30 minutes or something, And then maybe what's today? Watch a game or something. What's today? Friday, Saturday?
Today's Monday.
Oh, today Monday. See, I don't be knowing. I do know because I went to the courthouse. But yeah, it's Monday.
All right. Is this okay?
You about to start reading?
Yeah. Is that
All right,
you?
let me get the color and pen out for the people to follow.
Okay.
Go ahead. What's up, Chris?
Is the first one, right?
What to do? What's up, man?
Peace.
Is
Yep.
that like?
Yep, that's you.
Is that Beck?
Well,
Yeah.
look at it
Something.
for a minute.
Repeat that again.
Look at it for a minute and work with it for a minute. That is a bar bar, like, but not the same one you might know. But it's like ba and bak, like a worker, right?
Yeah.
So you see baquette, and then you see a woman.
All right. So I said it right. Back.
So well, I guess, but what does it mean
A female worker.
exactly?
A pen. No, no.
No, no. What did you say?
Oh, hold on, hold on.
You said it backwards. It seemed like
Me?
anybody who watching the chat, feel free to click and learn. It's nothing. What you say though, Joey?
I said pen, but it's that.
Yeah, you said pen, but you I know what you was thinking, but this is what you think this is right here. What did you call this?
That's something like neat.
Yeah, neat, exactly. NYT, not NT like NT.
All right, the female worker,
Belonging to.
the female worker belonging to.
Sort of like that. So that's just the way to literal it. But once you finish reading what it says, you can see what that actually means.
Next word is
So what is this?
wab.
Yeah, but it got a man behind it.
Wab. Wabi?
No, I wouldn't say Wabi,
Oh my God.
but you
Wab.
probably would. I would just say Wab, and I would know the man means by Wab. They're not talking about purification. They're talking about a priest.
Okay. Now
See,
this one is pen.
yeah, that is pen,
Pen wab.
but pen Wab what? Now this is tricky, but go ahead.
That would mean her pure. Oh no, pen wab. Pen wab. Sasit?
Hmm.
I feel I'm close, but no, I feel I'm close. Or am I just way off? Did I mess that up totally?
You didn't mess it up totally. The next word is Wab, and I'm looking at what we see after it. So that Wab, I see that word. Let's just trip off this. We know C, and there go another C right here on this other line, right? So I'm thinking this is Wab SC, but y'all can say that is CC.
Okay. So I bet C.
Hold on. Now, why would there's a few C's? It's not a T fee. So what is this C right here? Is that wrong? What would you say, Chris? You say CC or C? Wild SC.
Yeah, you're right. So C is one of those these funny dependent pronoun forms that most sometimes you just don't see a lot, but it's a dependent pronoun.
Exactly. So why? If it's the dependent pronoun for third person plural or what?
No, singular.
Singular.
Her or it.
Her or it. C. But I was thinking the S in front of it was doing that.
No, the S in front of it is a suffix pronoun.
Okay, but it's still giving us her
So
her
it's
her
so
it.
it's wob dot or wob equals C, and then there's a space, and then sy or si for the
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly. Yep. So now, if these are both pronouns, then I'm just looking at the translation. I mean, if you just were looking at this and somebody wanted to say it's pure or she's pure or her purity or whatever, but you feel
Yeah, so
me?
it's a verb. Just the verb wob.
Okay, okay.
Yep. So she purified.
So she purified.
Right. Her.
Yep. Her. Okay, thank you. She
Hmm.
purified her. And then M. And so who else is with us? I forgot.
Um,
Joey. You can continue right there, Joey.
um, oh,
That
yeah, to help
last
me with
one
that.
might get you though. Go ahead.
I'm not too good with the non-glyph, so yeah, to help me with that.
Well, I would just say shy, but that probably ain't right. Some would say myrrh. So this is just a pool of water that she got purified in. But now the glyph is SH, but I don't know if that's the word for pool. A word for pool would be closer to myrrh. What would you put for this word, Chris?
Yeah. So this is the she for like a lake.
So I should say I said she.
Yeah.
Well,
She. Yeah. Well, yeah.
yeah, I
But it's
did.
a it's a
So
it's
you
a
just take the SH basically and put an A on it.
yep. She.
Yep. And so it's a word for a pool or a lake. Now I
Okay.
told people it could be an option myrrh, but maybe that will have two things pointing out on the edges, correct?
Right.
So
Yep.
people
Yeah.
can
But
recognize
you're
it.
right though. They sometimes they because these signs are long, broad signs. Sometimes they have been known to substitute for each other. You're absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm. So then, what you got there next, Joey?
ND,
Uh huh.
is that correct?
No, what you say?
ND.
No, this thought I just drew in the blue.
Oh, Chandy.
No, that's a H, a N, and a A.
Okay, well, I just totally messed that up.
Well, no, that's fine. But what was you thinking it was?
I because I I was thinking about pata and it has that symbol in it.
Yo, this is the word henna. It's kind of like a preposition. Is it a preposition? Yeah, it's a preposition. It means with or together with. So it'll probably be linking two nouns together too. So we see this pool with, and what do we see next?
That's Satif. Who?
Satya or Sat F. But
Which
I
means
see
his
three
daughter.
strokes. I see three strokes. So is that hmm
I would think that'd be his daughter
is that more than one daughter? Because it got three strokes.
or his daughters. One of the two.
It would probably have to be his daughters. Else, what else would it be representing? And then how would you continue? Let me see.
My
What
screen giving
and what would we have here?
Nebet.
Look like it,
No Nept.
huh? You said it right.
Oh, Nebet.
NB and then a T.
Right, Nebet.
Nabet.
It
So
looking
now
color.
that they said Nabet at the end of this, you know that this is plural for daughters. Because it says all, it ain't all of his daughter. So it's all of his daughters. Oop, I don't want to mess it up. I'm sorry. You want to read it, Joey? Or anybody? Hold on. It's just me, you, and Chris. So let me see.
My street boy. Okay, good. There we go.
I'm gonna make it smaller. You can go, but you can start.
Bar and
No, we doing this. Reading the English.
oh, oh my God. The female servant of the Wa priest was purified
Hold on.
Or
Hold
no, no,
on.
no.
Hold on. Because you said was.
That's not right.
I'm just saying, what did you think a word in there represented was, or was that something you added?
No, a pen.
So you said the servant belonging to the wild priest. That's fine. But why wouldn't you just say the wild priest servant? This wild priest servant, that might work too, but you could say, yeah, the female worker, basically, I'm sorry. The female worker belonging to this wild priest, I'm saying that, or this
Yeah.
wild, and then what we got next, Joy?
Was purified. She was purified.
Well, do the verb form say that? It would have to be Sejm in the verb form. And this is just looks like Sejm F is Wob S.
Uh,
So that then the verb would stay in this generic right of purification, right? Her purification, right? Wait a minute.
Now it's a verb.
Oh yeah, so her purifying it, huh?
Yeah, she purifies
Yeah, she purifies it. There you go. So let's keep working that out. Since it's a verb,
or
she
her.
does the stuff. I mean, the pronoun is doing the action and not owning nothing. So she purifies it. Now let's ask the question. Out of these two, we got the suffix pronoun and we got the dependent pronoun. Of the two, which one is she and which one is it? Do you know, Joey?
I would think the the one after the wa would be she, and the other one would be it.
Yeah, because she does the action, huh? She purifies. So C is it.
Right. I would think so.
In this case, it could be her too, because later on in the sentence it says her daughters, all of
Oh
her
yeah,
daughters.
she purifies her. Okay, cool. Now it's gonna talk about she purifies it. Or now could this be? But I asked her to be a plural, and it don't seem to work for a plural. But she gonna purify more than one daughter.
Right.
She purifies her by the pool together. Oh, together with her daughters. So
Right.
she purifies herself, maybe.
No. She's being purified. The female worker of the Wa priest is purifying her in the lake together with all her children.
Okay, yeah. But when you said it's purifying her, that just threw me off. The priest, female worker. This priest, female worker, she's purified. Or she's purified.
She purifies
She purifies. I just was explaining that, right? She purifies. Now, that's when I was like, she purifies she.
her.
So that's when I said herself. But she's not purifying herself. So she purifies her by the water. How would you say that in English? I mean,
She pur-
in grammatically correct English.
she purifies her in the lake together with all of her children. You can make that C reflexive, but of course to get that idea.
So that means keep going to get that
Yeah,
idea.
to get that idea, we would have to see probably a little bit more of the sentence. But at first glance, though, you can treat this C since it's a dependent pronoun, and normally if they want to use it as something reflexive, they'll write it differently. But right now, it's receiving the action. So she purifies her in the lake. Right.
Yeah,
You
that's
can't
right.
do this.
Because we got only this one sentence. We don't know if the her is referring. I mean, I got it. Yeah, that's fine.
Now, but you're right. No, reflexivity would work it too, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. So that seemed to work. So I'm gonna start this next one off. But this one look dang, I'm mad I said I'm gonna start this next one off, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Let me see. Oh, so
All right.
I'm gonna parse this different because I think this is veneer, a word that some of us might be losing, but it got a reed leaf on it. So now let me see what I see. Veneer E. That's weird. Now I know veneer could be a word, but veneer E, and then this thing, and then we got the papyrus roll. So I'm trying to figure that out. But let me show you. I mean, just for the people to see what to do, you can come back up because each lesson has the words used in the lesson. So instead of going scrolling through a dictionary, I'm gonna come here and see if he has a veneer word on here, and that will help a lot. Or if not, it's a word he went through in one of his earlier lessons. But yeah, I knew it, veneer. So I knew this word, bro, because it had the sweet, but the sweet was najim or najes, and I didn't want to mess it up. But sweet or pleasant was veneer. So but it says veneer. Now let me change this. We. All right, so hold on. Veneer we. I don't know. I'm just not tripping off that. Veneer we.
Yeah. The next word is depet, right?
You know what we is, right? Or what you think? Now I should ask. What you think we is? Because that could be one. Oh, you know what? Oh, that could be this, and I think it is. I know it is. That's veneer we. Am I wrong? Nope, I'm not. So the reason why I think it's this and not the we dependent the we dependent pronoun, right? For a stative, like hui and we and what else?
So the next word is
This is WY, the question. How? Am I incorrect? How sweet? Now, depit is the taste, so I know I might be right. And that's not a boat because it got this tongue next to it. Isn't depit the taste, Chris? I know a depit that's a boat. But I'm going to just tell y'all this. How sweet, I mean, I know it, but I'm just questioning it. How sweet is the taste, depit, belonging to honey? Y'all even see this? Belonging to the taste of, now you see
Betty.
a B, right?
Betty.
But you see a jar. That's not a heart. I don't think that's a heart.
No.
But we see bitty ib. Hold on. If that's a jar, then this is just honey. I mean, the product of a bee,
Yeah, that would be honey.
right? The product of a bee. But then we got Nefer C after this. Nefer
See.
C. So that means here's a few things. First of all, it seems it says how sweet. That does say how sweet. Is the taste belonging to the bee or a taste of honey. Now, it's not good honey because it has a sue after it. Her good honey? That ain't that.
You said how good.
Huh?
You said
That was something else, right?
that ain't that. Her good honey, bro. Nah, that is well. It would have to be because what the if the adjective, this green adjective, ain't going on the honey for the bee.
yeah, this is a predicate. This is a predicate I just did, right?
Okay,
So
cool.
this,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. So basically, it's kind of like saying how beautiful, how good it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We all think the same. We all think the same, yo.
Yeah, I was
So
like, they
nothing
be tripping, they
changed.
be on one. But anyway, they like, and then it says arcats. Arcat, y'all, you could go and do the arcat, the back end pin.
Okay. How sweet is her beautiful honey from
Mm-mm.
That's not no. Oh
That R is gonna be 2. But what type of 2? Concerning maybe, right?
yeah.
I don't know. Look at your options. But is it gonna
Two.
be from? I don't know that R is a from. Hold on, I'll be right back, y'all.
Was the next word there?
Pardon me?
Was the next word there?
Where at? Cat?
After oh, okay. So this is all one word here.
No, this is cat. That's one word.
Cat, the bet, um, ta,
Things
some
that bet all things, bro. Oh, hold on. Damn. All things. Give me a second.
ta something. I know that's a land glyph. That's a ta.
Right, but what's that? What's the two glyphs after it?
I think that's something for like a canal or something like that.
Don't jump to that yet. But what are the two glyphs after it? After the land glyph, ta.
Oh, but we just went over that. I can't remember the pronunciation, but that's something like a canal, right?
Nope. The one below the land glyph is like a waterway or canal. What's the little glyph above the water looking thing? What is that? What glyph is that?
The 3 dot.
Nope.
That would be like a car.
Nope. Not the land glyph. The next to the land glyph, the one on the right. What's the little square box thing above the water?
Pen.
Yes, pen. That is pen, right? And what does pen mean? So, okay, go ahead. What's the meaning of pen? What is pen doing here? What is it serving as?
It's like we just went over that.
What's the word before it? What's the word before pen?
For what? For what?
What's the word before pen?
Yo.
It's like a canal.
The word before pen. The canal is the determinative. What's the whole word?
Oh, let me highlight this for people.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
You do know how to pronounce that word. It's on hella words.
Right. It's used a lot.
That I know you can read. So think about this thing with the 3 dots on there. Well, let me ask you, what do the 3 dots represent?
That's top.
Yeah, there you go. What do the 3 dots represent?
Plural.
For the most basic remembrance, some type of a mineral. But all minerals come from the earth and the land. I mean, unless you're going to say it's from a meteorite.
Oh.
And so that ain't really that ain't 3 dots on, but you can remember when you see that shot with the 3 dots, it's most often your land for top.
Okay, all right.
So when you see it with a pen after it, then what is it saying?
Upon?
Oh, no, bro. Think about it again. That would be hair. And the hair would be in front of it.
Right. I was getting ready to, stop guessing. Look at the position.
You know it if you read it.
Right. Look at the position of the glyphs and the words. Because hair would have to come in front of it. So it can't be a preposition. Right? It's not a preposition here.
So just start from the M, Joey. What the M mean?
From?
In. You can say from, but in. Now what's next?
The land?
No, you put the. Inland.
Right.
Now what's after that?
Pen.
This.
Oh shit, this line.
Yep.
I know you know that though, you just forgot. And it take me hella long to remember Pef and Pen and 10.
But doesn't that that glyph under specifically means like a specific, like a hilly land or something like that, right?
No, it's just generic land that could be occupied, like not water, basically. Not the difference between land and water, that type of land.
Okay.
Right. And another way to think about it too is this pen after it, some books call them demonstrative adjectives, some call them demonstrative pronouns, but it's after the noun. So it's demonstrative, it's demonstrating. So it's this land.
Okay.
Right. So adjectives, remember, descriptive adjectives come after the noun. So this land. What land are you talking about? This land I'm talking about. Even though it's abstract though, but this land.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take people back to the beginning of when I was trying to reconcile this first word, and I knew it was Ben, and then I looked at the Y reed leaf, and I started thinking, okay, why would it be Benny? But then we kept on going, and it appears that it was Ben or Beneri. If you want to say Beneri, we.
Yeah, Benny.
Yeah. Then I really would like to discuss this we because when I first started trying to identify it, I went through a process of thinking, okay, is this not the suffix pronoun, but the dependent pronouns that would mean that this first, it would normally be a verb if it's the stative, correct?
Right.
And this is
So
not that, though. That's what I'm saying.
right.
So that's how I knew that, well, sweet ain't a verb. So I was like, this can't be like, are you in the state of sweet? Are you good? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I just, even if I'm incorrect, it caused me to think of this WE as another option we could talk about suffixing a W with a Y. If it ain't no other meaning to it, it normally means is how to ask a question, how? So that's why I came to the conclusion this must be how sweet. And then I think the next word after that was taste, which I'm pretty sure it is because I've seen it plenty of times. Belonging to. Now, taste here is a noun, huh? It has to be. Even though it's working as a noun because it got a belonging to the bee.
Right. Or honey. Right.
Yeah.
Taste of honey.
So this is another just an indirect genitive saying that the bee owns this taste, and so it's the taste of the bee, the taste of the honey. Now, I had a question here. I know this is bits, but when we see the jar, that's not an ib, right?
No, yeah, no, that's a regular. Well, it's funny. The ib is a jar too. It
Oh,
is
it's
a
the
jar.
jar of the heart, huh?
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, it's a vessel that holds. Yep, that holds the mind. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, yep. But this is just a regular jar right here.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So we was right. So the jar behind the bee is honey, basically.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see it. And then we worked that all the way through. What part did we not talk about this preposition? So I said concerning. What did y'all say?
This is our comparison. I looked at it as a comparison,
comparison.
because yeah,
Better
because
than
nefer su is
all
like a
things.
nefer heifer expression.
Oh, better than, huh?
Yep. Or as beautiful as all things.
That's a good one. You're right. And I think, because let's talk about the R, Joy. When I left out, I said, I offered you maybe the second option, not two. I said maybe concerning. But if we would have looked at the context of the sentence, it said, how sweet is the taste of honey? And it's like, it's more beautiful than all. I mean, it's better than, basically. More beautiful, right? I mean, how you gonna say that? I'm saying it's beauty. It's good, better than all things of the land.
Yep,
So,
it's in this land.
Yeah, so this is giving us what we know as the comparative R. Wait. No, superlative R, huh? It's not comparative, it's better than, it's superlative, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so that means greater than, the greater than. So what's after the R is no. Okay, I'm seeing what's after the R is less than what's before it in this instance. So
yeah, sometimes you gotta be careful, because there's also another instruction for comparative where you use the noun and then you use we on the noun again. So you'll say nefud we, which would mean like the beautiful of the beautiful of the beautifulest.
So you think that's what's happening with this weed right here?
No. This we is what you said. That we is
Okay.
just an exclamatory we of like how right, how great, how sweet.
Exactly.
Right. It's a doubling, but it's a doubling for making it good.
Yeah, I got you. I'm with you. I'm with what you said about that other video. I'm gonna go back to the book just for the fun of it. I like seeing the viewership on these videos grow. It feels good. But I have to. I'm just having to get in the mix with what's going on in the YouTube space, even to bring more people to the channel. Stop just being so swim upstream. Like, people want to hear your comments on some normal stuff that's on YouTube too. All right, so excuse me. If I was taking myself to task, I'd just start trying to read number 8 and be like, no, this is different. See, I was about to mess this up because this is a dative. Now, it literally says, for me has made his majesty. See? But some people could have looked at this wrong. See these 2 N's right here? Let me know that the second N was a dative with this saying for me. So that means this Ari N is has created. And it's a statement of fact because of the U. So majesty here, his majesty has created for me. Now look, things, we got the things with the cat, and then we got the all. So all things. His majesty has made of me all things what? Beauty. Now, how are we going to say this? His majesty has made me all beautiful things. Nope, you going to say that? His majesty has made me all things of beauty. But let's slow down. This beauty has a T on it, right? And this cat got a T on it, and this Nebet got a T on it, but it ain't nothing feminine happened before that. So it made me think that this Nefret is matching the gender of these, and that's so that these is beautiful, all beautiful. All beautiful things. His Majesty had made for me all this good stuff, bro. Basically. Now, Rek is knowledge. But Rek in F, he had knowledge. Also, His Majesty had made for me all the good things that he knew. Now, after this, we got a we. Oh, hold on. We M, but this ain't a double M. So let's go slow. I'm glad he did this lesson. Oh, he killed y'all. This is the overseer of the workers. He just put this M-E-R in here in a way to see if he could throw you off. So this is the M-E-R. Now check this out. So this basically just say, His Majesty had created for, wait, no, I messed that up. Because I put it in the past tense. I said had created. Oh, y'all know I'm right. Because this N did that. So His Majesty had created for me all good things. He had knowledge. Now this part I'm falling off. He had knowledge. We means me or my, right? So he had knowledge me. I had knowledge of it. He had knowledge me. What you got right here, Chris? He had knowledge we. Why is it a we in the beginning?
Yeah, so this is another one of those things where the verb ref, we were all taught that it means to know, but on a more general level, it can mean to recognize. It can mean
oh,
to.
because it's to know. Yeah,
right.
He had
Yep.
known me, so he had recognized me, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, I mean to know he knew me, but you don't want to say he knew me because that gives a different connotation. So he
Yeah.
recognized me,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Recognize me or acknowledge me
Yeah, I was
as
wondering why this
overseer.
weed was right here.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah,
it's
he looked
depending on
together.
this whole clause, then, huh? Because
Yeah.
yeah, okay, I'm just making
Mm-hmm.
sure. Because okay, so now I got to work out this. He recognized me as the overseer of the workers.
Yep. In the capacity of, yep,
Yeah.
that's the predication.
So
Mm-hmm.
so now what's a better word for the overseer of the workers? He recognized me as the supervisor.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Which would be a big deal, a major thing for a North suit to recognize you as being that. That's props.
Now I'm glad that we didn't read no transliteration, no meta Netcher. I'm yet to say you Erie in any trying to look all raw and really can't even extract the the meaning right. I was stuck on that level for hella long. Now I'm encouraging us to go a little bit further. Not y'all, but I'm just saying my viewers are people who's, say if he could do it, I could do it. But now I'm doing it better, so you could do it better.
Yeah, but I hope people see what you're doing. I know you know what you're doing, but in the background, you're doing it without saying it up front. But you parsing the hell out of it though. You read it and go back and read it, and then you put it in chunks. And I'm seeing you do it in this, and I hope everybody else take away that part rather than just trying to, you know what I'm saying, brute force. Remember what you're doing. What you're doing right now is the most important part. Yep. Yep. You'll go and you go back and you go back and you'll piece it. You straight up, you parse it. You straight up parse it.
Interesting. So Joe, you want hold on, I'm gonna put the chat up one more time with some people watching.
Oh,
I know Shazma, you acting like you not gonna click the link. Cause like you ain't coming to class. I don't know what's going on. Ain't no game on. You
I'm
know what I
gonna.
mean? Hold on.
I'm.
I'm gonna put the link up to let the fellas get back in.
Is that a new
And
sentence?
anybody, if you just brand new, don't trip. I don't know. We all met on the internet. Like, we didn't learn this stuff together. And so, y'all, if you out there, you can feel free to hit the link. It's all good. So, where we at? You was gonna knock this. Oh, this kept going. Oh, this
now I
sentence
was just gonna
kept.
say
Oh, I
it. It
wasn't
kept going.
done. So then this is excellent, better than the wait a minute. Now I'm trying to use too many comparatives now. Because this is excellent, but why would it be starting? Oh, because the he's not an excellent. Oh, he knew me as an excellent chancellor, not chancellor, but an excellent supervisor. Because what? How? Oh no, because it got a preposition after it, so I gotta. Oh,
You're right.
excellent
That's an adjective.
supervisor. Is this better than the? Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh,
Yep.
true. Better
Yep.
than any any supervisor in the land, in this land.
Mm-hmm. But for the
Damn, he
audience,
the runs.
with respect to or concerning,
Oh, this ain't better than.
yeah, no, it is better than.
Oh, which one
But,
is with respect to?
well, just in its raw state, air is just here, just comparing him to other workers
Oh,
in this
okay,
land.
yeah. He is he said he was that raw with respect to anybody in this land. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
Which is better, which means better. Yep, which means better.
Yeah, all right, Joey, come on. Now it's just that easy. And Eddie K, come on, you can always come. He don't want to come to the real classes. He like to come on when we like, I can do this. No, just come and have a seat, bro. We'll help you get all the way to the end. And you'll
Let
be
me.
like, damn. But we
Let me.
not accepting no. We ain't gonna let you fool us, bro. But yeah, Joey, you got it. What's number 9?
Aha. Aha.
But I'm
That's.
saying though, that's cool you said that, but it sounds like you put an H in there somewhere.
Yeah, I heard the H too.
Yeah, you feel me? So
Yep,
if
I
I
heard
was
it.
listening and we was trying to pronounce it, I would have been thinking about a different word than this one. This got
It's,
ah.
oh, no, I said aha. That's what I said.
Oh, you said A, not AAH?
That's what I no. I said it.
It
To me,
doesn't have an H. Did you say an H?
I did say it that way. That's how I pronounce it.
Yeah, say it without an H so we know what you mean. Ah is greatness.
I know that for sure.
Yeah, I know you know. I'm tripping.
I'm pronouncing it wrong.
So now you said and now let's keep going.
Aha. We
Mm-hmm.
per
Huh?
per per child, something like that.
I would say per chin, but I don't know why they got that. Oh, I know why. I would just say per. I mean, I
Or
would
per.
say that's just a T, bro. And he's
Oh,
showing us how it be interchangeable sometimes because it's not TCHN because I don't see the N to say their house or something like that. You feel me? So maybe he's just saying perret with the other T, even though I'll never seen a pert like this. But maybe since he's teaching us, he drew it with this T like this. Do anybody got any other answer for why this got this T under here? I mean, you can read it
But
and then you know that T ain't making no difference, right?
per pen. You gotta help me with that word.
Oh, I'm tripping. Wait. I'm not tripping. But I do know later in history they linked these two words together to say the great house. Per but this ain't this. So if you want to read this first statement is we, and we dealing with another we suffix. So remember when we was up on the one I did earlier, it said veneer we. Look, they're the same we. So if it made it mean how sweet on this one, then what is it making it do on this one?
Oh, wow. My brain just shut off there for a second.
Well, what does aha mean?
Great.
I'm sorry, I said it your way.
That means great.
So then what would this mean?
Greatness. Oh,
No,
greatest.
how great?
Oh, how great.
Will you entertain it as that option? Because what else would your we be giving you? We could also be the we, but they don't probably wouldn't have wrote it like this. But the we could also be a we for a dependent pronoun to say what me or my or something, right? But that
Right.
don't look like it. And what else could we entertain that as? Is it dual greatness and plural greatness? So we eliminate that, and probably we would have how great.
And then that's this house.
Well, that's let me know that. Then what is the TCH doing? Because it couldn't be their house, right? Or nothing like that. So I think this is just this house. So
Mhm.
what do you say about that TCH being down there, Chris?
Yeah, it's I could be completely wrong, but when they copied it from this probably came from hieratic. So the hieratic bread loaf um, was probably confused or just switched over with the hobble rope. But they both have a T sound basically, right? Etch and T. So you're right. It wouldn't make any sense to say this her house, right?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds weird. I mean, it's a way to write that. So this is probably just like you said, peret or per, just this house. This her
Okay.
house sounds weird, like that. This her
But then
house.
next it say it's numerous. Why would a house be numerous? One house.
It's
It's numbers or it's multitudes by in good thing. You know that I'm trying to figure that out.
yeah, no, you're right. It's the it's match the house. So it's numerous in something. It's numerous. Well, it says what the something is. All beautiful things, but
Yeah, all beautiful things. That don't make no sense. So how will we make
all
the
beautiful.
sense?
unless it's rooms.
Oh,
It got to be something else missing here. It's probably talking about the
is it?
rooms of the house.
Did I mess up and say how great? I know that's how great in the beginning.
Yeah, how great. Yeah, how we. Yep, how great.
That might be rooms of the house. This must be rooms, then.
Yeah, it gotta
that
be
rooms. Because it's like, how could the house be plentiful? Or it gotta have hella rooms, basically. So then how great is this rooms? Or I gotta make that work.
How great are these rooms? Wait, let's look at I'm just curious. Let's just see. Maybe there is a word, Bearech.
Oh, Perech? I know. Well, if that's the case, he hadn't introduced it yet. So if y'all want to look it in the dictionary, and I'm gonna look in his words for this lesson. If I've never seen that word, and I looked in this book hella times. So let me see. He might just be trying to show us the use. He's doing Perret with a different T, just to show us that they're interchangeable.
Yeah, it got to be Perret because you're right. I've never seen Perret either.
Let me make it small. Oh, 30 people shot back through. If any of y'all want to come learn, hit the link. Let me see. Yeah, I don't see that word in the list for these lessons. And so I'm thinking that we're going to have to go with, he want PRT there, maybe just perked. But why would he have to put a perk there? Oh, because that T must just be superfluous. I mean, it must just be like, don't need to really be there. I can't even get it. But
and I guess instead of saying how great, which would work too, you could also just say you can attach the Aoi with the numerous. It's kind of almost saying how great. It's talking about the size here, but it's really talking about the number,
okay,
how large the number is of this house and all these beautiful things.
And so I don't think there's a word. The only word people watching probably haven't encountered, because all these is words we've been talking about. Pen. This is probably the only one people watching haven't encountered. Is it like Asa, right?
Asha, yep.
Asha. Okay, Asha. And then this is Su is another dependent pronoun that we're just extracting it from, right? Or it or something like that. Oh, somebody hit the link. Shout out. Yeah. I mean, well, since the Hootie just came in, you could go on and knock down number 10 for the people one time. How you doing,
What's up, everybody?
How you doing?
I'm gonna be listening in. I'm at work, so
oh, okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
I'll try to jump in when I can.
Yeah, no. Just do your thing. If you want to listen, that's fine. I'll start this one. It's just I'm gonna read it in the Medu Netcher in the trend. Ronnie Kemet are you Gim Najes Jed F M Ib Mat or Ma'a M Ib Ma'a. So that's truth, not Ma'a. So then they're saying a commoner was it Gim. Poor man finds he speaks he spoke in so this is about somebody saying something that's true. M Ib Ma. So all right. Since a Najas is a commoner, everything is working with hoax boxes. Let me show y'all. What goes in the first box, Joey? You remember the particle you. What goes in the second box? The verb, gim, to find. Now, in the second box, you can have the third box, you can have the subject. So, Najas, a commoner. But what happens here is he says, so now he says in heart, no. So I'm just trying to, This is just like he's saying the truth that's on his mind, but I don't want to mess that up. I need to translate it literally, but I know what they mean. Whatever he says of heart truth. Somebody want to break that down?
That's like he's saying he speaks with a true heart.
Oh, why
It's
didn't
an
I
idiom.
say that?
Yeah.
I keep saying heart truth. I'm so silly. True heart. I'm like, what do y'all got for heart truth? What do y'all got for heart?
No. You said it correctly in the Medu Netcher, because my eye here is an adjective for the heart, a true heart. So you said it the way it's presented there, but
Yeah, I know, but my brain wasn't switching it over to the English, right? And it was so apparent. So now, but what does it say? It says, and the jest, which is a commoner or a poor man, finds his speech. Like, what is this? It's a fact that a poor man searches for or looks for. Now, this isn't to look for, this is to find, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So a poor man finds his word. No, that ain't words. His speech. How would y'all translate this?
Yes, you said right. So the first part, right now, the commoner finds, and I guess to make it flow better, the second part, this dependent clause at the end, the jedeth ib, right? You can make that into a relative, so you can say finds the commoner finds that he speaks truthfully.
All right, so that's what I did not identify when I was doing the hope boxes. So let me go back, because I said first box had the particle, the second one got the verb, then I said the third one got the subject. Now, in the standard verbal construct, we'd be starting the adverbal comment.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not an adverbal comment because it's another dependent clause. Or can that dependent clause be? Yeah, I mean, adverbal clauses are dependent clauses, right? Adverbal comments.
Yeah, but they could be prepositions. Yes, they are. Yeah, they are dependent. But this is a whole sentence. This is a dependent clause.
Exactly.
A dependent clause. Right.
So basically, it's a dependent clause because that's like a whole nother sentence. Like, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Or another way you can say it too is you can say while he speaks or as he speaks in truth, or that he speaks truthfully is works too. That he speaks in truth, or that he speaks with truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Somebody else need to join in the chat. I know you feel like you don't want to, but go ahead. I'm talking about brand new people. I can't wait to get 2 brand new people in here. It's gonna be cracking. Like, I just started watching your show. I'm getting pretty good. I don't feel good.
Brave, come on in, jump on the mat.
Yeah. These is hella easy. All right, since we be messing with it, I'm gonna just skip to the end of the book. Because I hate seeing all them simple ones. And once people get used to seeing enough of this, we're going to take them to the real primaries. But it's a whole nother lesson because now you got to learn where stuff is broken off at. And you're going to wonder how we know what something is broken off. Because if you didn't learn some of these formulas, say we was reading like a formula like this on the stele, and this little part was broken off, but we seen the the abed and the linen and the stuff, then we would have known that in front of this is a voice offering, and we would have said right in that blank spot was a parakaru or a parakuru, where the voice comes forward to make the offering. And so skipping straight to the primaries this early is probably not advised because it's gonna just provide for more spaces to fumble and bumble. So, and I'm just talking to the audience that is watching. But eventually it'd be like, I'm ready to be looking and I'm ready to go to Egypt. All right, y'all, you read this, you ready for your first trip to Egypt, bro.
Okay.
You might have to read it from top to bottom, though, huh? It's all you. Like, you the dude. So this is what I'm saying. Like, did you see Reggie video where he was showing Billy Carson just standing there pointing at the wall but couldn't read nothing? All right, now you at the wall in Kemet, and you got 50 people who flew out there with you. Joey.
All right.
All right, get it in.
read the Medu Netcher, or I could just read it in straight English?
Joy, what does that say? You're not gonna ask him that. You're not gonna ask him that question. Mr. Joy, what does this say?
Hotep, the offering that the offering that the king the offering that the king gives to Asar. Is that correct?
Well, you teaching us. You got us in Egypt. Why you? I'll be in my imagination when I throw out a scenario. You are the teacher. We are standing at the pyramids right now, and you asking me, is that correct? You
The
tell
offering
me. You got to do this whole thing like a master teacher. Come on.
the offering that the king gives to Asar in Jedu.
Nope.
You said
In
no.
Jed-
Nope. He said in Jedu.
Mhm.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, he
That
did
doesn't-
say in. He did say in, but you see Lord of Jedu, right?
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
Nope. That's what I said.
Hold on, go
Yeah.
slower. You don't see Lord of
Lord-
Chris, you tripping. You do see Lord of Jedu.
No, I see it, but he said he didn't see it
I
though.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't
That's
see
how
it.
you-
Why you don't never do the Medu Netcher first?
Well, this is how he's the one standing at the wall. We are his tourists. So now they're asking you to see if you know it in the metadata. Joey, come on.
Right. He just skipped. He going straight to the English. You know what I'm saying?
Straight to the
offering
English.
that the king gives to Asar, Lord of Jedu, great Nefer.
Great Nefer.
No,
You got
That's
it
gonna
though,
be
but
my,
just
that's gonna be
look
my
at
new
what you're
YouTube
reading.
name.
He's
God.
speaking Med English now. You
Yeah, he
mixing
went
Med
to
and that shit.
Med
Great
English.
Nefer.
They would say, I mean, that would be great God,
Yeah, great God. There you go.
Lord of Abju or Abydos.
Blood, you keep on remembering my mistake I accidentally made, bro. I'm sorry. Remember that? Hold on.
But that's Abju.
Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
Subject.
Go ahead.
Right? He gives a voice offering of bread, beer. No, right. He gives a true voice offering.
Oh, yeah, he's giving a voice offering, but it ain't true yet. But a voice offering.
A voice offering, bread, beer, bull, and geese.
You leaving out some stuff.
Oh,
This one is what you left out. And then you probably left out this one, but y'all can say so. I know you left out that one.
Yeah, he said the other one either.
right. I don't know what that one is exactly. So
Now, y'all can help me. I think the one I'm on is the linen. But
Yep.
it's that's the linen, right? It's
That's what I
Matin or
got.
something?
Minchet, yeah.
Matet, yeah.
Minchet,
Okay.
yeah.
So you can say what the other one is, Joey, or anybody can. Oh, that was Zoo who came in?
Yes, sir.
I don't know what this one is, right? I mean, it's leaving me right now.
Isn't
I know
that
it's something you offer.
Chesu?
Chess. It's chess.
Chess.
And what is chess?
Is that cloth or
It's something in the offering, but I don't know what.
It's alabaster.
alabaster?
Yeah. Oh, I could have thought of that if I would have thought for a minute.
I said cloth. I'm thinking menkat.
So this one is
Yeah,
the
that's the next one. Yeah.
alabaster.
So they
Linen.
gave him Ka, Aped, what you say, Sesh, or what did y'all say?
Chess.
Or
Chess.
chess, and then Menchesh?
Menkat.
Menket, okay.
Bolts of linen, white linen.
A lot of white linen. You can continue, Joey. Now, hold on. If we started flossing like this on the wall, so we should go to Kemet and take somebody tour, and when they explain this shit, just start doing this real quick. Like,
I'll
hold up,
beat
is
to
that
it.
the
Great.
tent?
Just set it up. I'm there.
That'll be a crazy video.
That'll be the hottest. They'll be like, dude, they
Man.
busted out on dude going ham.
You like, I want to go on their tour.
For
That'd be
real.
crazy. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, but now, all right, so I'm about to be 50 soon, so then in my next 10 years, I'm definitely planning my trips to Egypt. You know how you plan out your life. I kind of wanted to be this far along so I didn't fumble or bumble up my money. so I could be like at where I want to be. So in these next 10 years, I'm gonna be trying to see what we're doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? Jamie will always be over there. But not to interrupt you, Joey. You was reading and you're at this right here.
So that's never. You gotta help me with that one.
Now, I would say never sin, but that's not nothing I see often. So now look at this. I'm gonna tell you what this is. Sin, because now I know what it is. Because look at this.
Yep.
Netcher. So this is incense. So they're still giving them more stuff. So let me break this down. This sin right here ain't really a sin, but it is. But you see this SNTCHR. So it's really saying sa or this is still a causative S, but it looked different. And I'm gonna prove it. Because you see the N, the TCH, and the R, right? That is for incense. But think about this. We got a Netcher here, and observe the wordplay. We got the Netcher here, and we got sin Netcher, which if you look at this as causative, it means to invoke the God. Now, how do we invoke a God? Because how do you cause a God? That would be sin Netcher. Well, that is an incense. And so they put the 3 minerals after it for me to know the incense. Now, again, that ain't the traditional way to understand it, because I don't know why they got a sin here when this is normally just like a causative S. But yeah, this is incense. So they got them incense, and they still probably giving them more stuff. You want to keep reading?
Right. Myrrh. Oh gosh. That's myrrh, right?
Yep.
That's more.
That'll help me here.
You can go. No, go slow. You got it. Just read it. You
Yeah,
can
man,
read all of that, Joey. Just read it. Don't worry about the meaning yet. Parse the
Think about
next word that you can see.
Yeah, that's Mad,
think about what the
Mad
next word is and where the
Marhet
determinant
is one
is
word,
at.
right?
Right.
But I thought I was gonna wait for him to say the het to see what is het, and then say maybe it's merhet. Because why is the mer by itself? You think that's right, Joey?
Well, I do see myrrh. I could tell you myrrh. That's for sure. I know that has something to do with love.
All right, but what would love be doing right there? Love and then het. So
Wait.
Incense and love.
No, right? Yeah. Yeah, we didn't. We did that. You know what I'm saying? We didn't burn some incense. You know what I mean? Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it is a myrrh hole.
No, I'm going to ask that it says sanitary. So what goes with incense? I think this is this mirth?
Oh, it could just mean
I'm asking y'all, is it mirth?
Now look at the last
I
glyph.
don't think
and
Look at the
myrrh.
last glyph below the bread loaf. What is that? That's
I'm trying to figure it out.
So frankincense and myrrh.
No, but they said
Can I
incense.
can I say it, Smash?
You know it? Yeah, say it.
Oil.
Oil. Oh,
Merhet is oil.
Merhet.
oil. Yeah, I'm sure.
right. And that thing at the end of it is it's an oil unguent.
Uh-huh. So maybe I remember to remember what the oil unguent looks like right there.
Yep. It is not a vessel to drink hibiscus tea out of. It's an oil unguent.
For real.
I'm tripping a little bit.
Good distinction though.
So the rest of this sentence is kind of
It's
go
myrrh
ahead,
oil.
Joy. What you say, Joey?
It's myrrh oil.
No, I messed it up. It was oil, not myrrh oil. Minket is just an oil, I guess they said. Minhet, right? Myrhet.
Hot.
So if you want to see what type of oil that is, I think they're going to say something that's weird to you. I think it's going to be like alligator oil fat.
Sure, they're gonna
They
say
say
myrrh.
oil or EUGENT. I think that's UGent.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what Chris was saying.
Yeah, unguent.
Okay. And that's what, like something topical?
No, an unguent oil is the vessel.
Oh, okay.
The word he's thinking about for myrrh oil is antiu. That's right. The word that he's thinking about, the myrrh oil that we used to wear when we was Muslim, the frankincense and myrrh oil.
Yeah.
That oil is called antiyu
Hmm.
or anchiu or something like that.
So who
That's
gonna read
not this oil.
who reading the rest of the sentence? Joey still?
The smell
Yeah.
good.
Oh yeah, still wear it.
Ha
Nah,
Hot-
bro.
Nefer Wab
No, start over. You said ka?
Hot
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nef
But really, that's like cats. Because what we doing is Egyptology speak. You got KH and a T, so you eject the E in the middle. If you said cot and I would have my eyes closed, I would have thought you had the word for work up there.
Mhm.
So
that's
like
cot.
catnip, maybe.
Okay. Ket Nefer Wab.
Catnip, nefer.
Oh, Ketnep Nefer Wab. Didit.
No,
Pet.
oh, you said that good. DD.
Pet. So
So what this mean?
this would mean frankincense and myrrh.
No. That's incense and
Sorry.
oil.
Myrrh.
See,
Myrrh.
sometimes I say something and mess up, and then I
Right.
hate when people repeat my mess
Okay.
ups. I'm the
Sorry.
one who messed that up and said mirth, but it
That's
really wasn't
oil.
correct. Yeah.
Oil.
So you have incense, oil. Now, what does ket mean? Things.
These
Neb is what?
right. This. These.
Oh.
Oh, thank you. All things. Now you got an adjective modifying that, so it was all good things.
Here.
Now you got another modification. All
Right.
good and pure things.
Right.
Now with this sentence, will we add in the T here, or we just read it het nefer wow?
Are you right?
Or will we add in a T to make it het nebet?
Nah, because cat ain't feminine. I don't
Right.
think. Cat got a T at the end of its natural root. It's not feminized.
Bet.
Yeah, but another note, he's right in the sense that sometimes they'll write it as het nebet neferet wabet just to make the adjective agree.
So if they do that, what are they doing it based on?
Het being feminine.
So I just said, I argued, and we can talk about it, that if it's feminine, then I'm gonna argue this. Then what is the root that is masculine?
There is no it's just the word het. There is no masculine root.
So if it's no masculine root, then the T gives the appearance of femininity, but some teach that as a false feminine.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. But there are stele though where
that's an interesting question though.
Where the scribe treated it as being a feminine word. Yeah.
Like
I agree with what you're saying. It's
I'm
feminine,
with you
but
too. I know we know the nuances, but I'm kind of like doing these discourses for people listening and learning. And I'm learning as well. It's a workshop. And so they could, and they do in some instances, put cat in the back. So then should we entertain that they did that's what this reads, but they just omitted the T's for space?
But the way it looks, I guess on the wall, right, it would the bread loaves wouldn't fit at the bottom of the nefer and the wab. So yeah.
Yeah, so we probably put those in parentheses. The T's that we see omitted in parentheses when we transliterated it, maybe.
Yeah, that was just sticking out to me when Joey was reading.
Now I like this right here because it helps us deal with I don't want to mess it up, but it appears to be a second geminating and the R fell off. This is Erdy. We all know this is Erdy, but then it changed its verb class because we see the D geminated. Now we got DD and a T. So now this is kind of like a participle, right? Or if it's not a participle, then what is it? It's definitely a participle. So
yeah, it's a relative form.
A relative form of that verb, and that verb is still a participle or not?
No, it's a relative, but normally when you translate relatives into English, you translate them participially normally.
As in the subject is in the word, right?
Well, no, in this case, the subject is outside the verb. In this case,
So then, so what is this deep? How you translating deep pet? Or
Well,
DD pet?
it's that which the sky
Oh, that
create.
which. No, I'm confusing that which with one who. You
One
feel
who
me?
provide. Oh, I guess that probably would work too. But the dad here describes the entity.
Okay.
And in this case, the entity is the sky pet. So it agrees in gender with the with its subject.
So the T represents that which is given.
That which the sky gives,
Yeah.
or
Oh,
that which the
that
sky.
which.
Heaven gives. Well, I guess.
All right,
Yeah.
now, yeah, that's cool because the giving is being done by the noun after the earth, the deed, right? So that which the sky gives, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we making it too easy for you, Joey. I'm sorry. Hey, we messed up your whole Egypt tour, boy. And they would have knew we was 100 and we wasn't showboating. They would have been like, no, they was serious. Them boys was trying to figure it out.
Right.
Joey, you there?
Yeah.
Now this is gonna be interesting because this
This is
line
hard.
ends. Yeah, this line ends with a pet, and you see the determinative. So now you know this ain't a determinative on pet. So I'm gonna let you do your own thing and see what you come up with.
Yeah, no, this is hard right here.
I'm gonna try to help though.
Okay, I don't know. I seen tar, right? I
All right,
seen
you
a
see
tar.
the tie. Let's work backwards from the tie, and we're gonna show people. So you do see the tie, and that's gonna be significant to what I think this means. Now, first, let me ask you: can you identify what glyph that is?
This one?
Mm-hmm.
That's a throw stick.
All right. What
Sure.
is the semantic value of a throw stick?
I think. Oh, you mean what does it sound like?
Yeah.
How do you pronounce?
Because it's not used as a determinative here.
I don't know how to pronounce it. I can't. I couldn't tell you.
It'll be I mean one A and an M. Now, if this is true, because of what I'm looking at, look, it ain't part of this pet. We could just clearly say that. And it's in a first position, so this would have to be. Now I'm gonna entertain this in two ways, and I know I'm right already because I can read what it say. What is related to? This throw stick.
Amu?
Well, in a sense, but foreigners, it's always used in when they're talking about foreigners, it's also used in hunting. So let's just entertain those, at least those two. If this is AMT, we should probably be able to find it in the dictionary. But I'm thinking it probably got something to do with that because you got land under it, right? Now, if you took that and you can make that into one who, you're not going to say one who is foreign. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, again, I'm just trying to figure this out right here. This could be one who is foreign. Now, look, because now we got them bringing or fetching or something. But before I go too far, I want to hear some of y'all. And he got the transliteration right here, so I can just scroll down. But before we spoil it like that, I would like to see some of y'all inject on this weird word.
Yeah, this is one of those instances where the throw stick here is is phonetic. So this is guama. This is the verb guama.
Okay, hold on. Because I agree. And what I said, I think the throw stick was phonetic too, but we just said two different transliterations. If
Yeah,
I
this is
come here,
guamata.
so if I come here and I type a and an M, this is just me. So tell me where I'm messing up. It popped right up.
Right.
So that's how I know it as and then I think about the amu, and I know its relation to those as a foreign people. But you said another sound for it.
Right. Try little guama. QM capital A.
Okay, so now I'm gonna come back and show people, and it don't matter. The J sets don't qualify things, but you said QM capital A. See, it popped right back up. So y'all see that? So we just basically got to the same thing, in two different ways. Now, if you got Kwama and we put a T, what are you going to translate?
Kwamata. So QM capital A.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You saying Kwamata.
Right. Like for land. Ta.
Yeah, I know because I see the ta, but I was thinking Kwamata. But no, you just saying Kwamata. So in my translation, I was saying met ta, because think about it. Just take the Kwama by itself, and what are you rendering in your translation? And in the place of this, it needs to be kind of like, is this a nominal sentence?
This Kwamata, the way it's set up, it's almost like it's just a regular subject meth. And the only reason why I said that is because what came before it, I'm doing what James always accused me of. What came before it and what comes after it. That's why I said Kwama.
All right, well, let's talk now. Everybody.
Kwama again is, never mind.
No, you go right ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's Kwama again? Is it create or throw?
Yes. It means to create. Yep.
Okay.
Create.
All right, I'm not all the way convinced, so let's keep talking about it. Because you said this is a standard Sejm NF. Can you show me how? Because
right there, the Kwama is the verb, and then the subject or the object is there's no subject. The
you mean the
object is
Sejm F?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, man. Okay, so that means Kwama was to create. So the land created?
No, well, that the land creates, yeah.
Well, that's true because the sky gave something at first.
Yep, that was the sky gives.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you saying this is that the land creates? I would have to go with that because the foreigner don't make no sense in there.
Right, and all those offerings, all the offerings listed in the sentence he read,
are created by the land, huh?
The land and the sky. Yep.
All right. So if that's the case, this is the end. I'm going to argue, even though I don't see a U, but this sentence can't run on forever. That the land creates, because then we see one who brings or one who fetches. That's how I'm reading this. But are you going to say bringing? I would say one who brings. What do y'all say for that word?
It's another relative form, because after it is the name of the god Happy.
Okay, so
the river
that which is brung.
Well, that which Happy brings or returns, that which Happy brings.
So first I said one who brings, but see, the one who isn't working because the Happy name is right after it as a personal pronoun. So it's not one as an entity, but it is that which is brung by Happy.
Right.
Yeah. So we still working on this blue, believe it or not, people. The Happy word is just right after it. So all of this, that which is brung, is in the way that this verb in neat or in net is now being the form that we see it in. So the problem I'm doing is every time I see a T on these verbs, I keep deferring to one who instead of that which.
Right.
And I
the participle that would work for the participle. Now, another way you could translate a relative too is by saying what has been brought. In this case, what has been brought by who? By Happy.
Now, so here's the deal, though. Let me ask them. No, that sounded weird. That's the first time I say pause. But look, I'm like, here the deal, though. But look, now with this, any whatever, suppose a verb was changed with a uchik. And I think this is the confusion I'm having. And I don't know, maybe what are we seeing in who? Then, so the uchik is one who, and the T is that which.
That's an okay way to think about it, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'll be trying to oversimplify stuff, but I don't like to simplify it in a way that'll betray somebody when they're taking the test. But if it works as like a shorthand way to remember it, because half the times when I see a "u" on a participle, it is one who, like Kimu or a runner. Like if the word is to hear, then you see Sejm "u," that is a hearer or a listener or one who listens. But if you see the T, you're explaining it is that which. All right. Now I sorted that in my head hella times before now, and on the next show I'm still gonna do the same thing. Why? No, I'm
I
not.
think the easy way to remember that is that a participle can behave as a noun, it can behave as another type of predicate, or it can behave as something called a noun of agent. It can stand by itself, it can behave as a verb, or it can behave as a modifier.
All
So
right.
I think so those three, so the way you was describing it, that would be it behaving as a noun. One who does the one who does something, or the one who eats, or the eater.
Okay.
That's a
Yeah.
noun.
Okay. I feel you.
Yep.
And so, so this ain't acting as a noun right now, so I shouldn't say the one who.
No. You're correct. This verb is behaving nominally, but
Okay.
except what's going on now is it's in the position of a verb, so it's in the front, and its subject is after it.
It's happy. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Now here's the funny part, because they put the water for oh yeah, because they talking about what the sky provides, what the land provides. They're not talking about the God happy. They
Right.
literally talking about the now right now.
They're talking about the noun. Yep. Not the God.
Because I see the water pool at the bottom, and then I'm sorry, Joe. You want to continue?
Give me a second, but I was
But
doing
I'm gonna see Netcher though. But I think this is the preposition or there in or whatever.
I'm
So
with you.
do y'all see something different?
Nope.
Right. Yep.
I was
They're in.
Netcher
Yep. You can continue. I just was filling in for you. Netcher
NKN
Mm-hmm.
to
Huh? In what?
NKN. Was that NK pet?
No, you said in right. What did you say after in?
Sue.
My bad, Sue.
Chat?
Huh?
No. Chat? That's correct, right?
You caught it the first time. You caught.
Just read it.
Chat?
No, you got
No.
an R and you got a X, right? Which is representing the KA sound. Now just put an E in the middle of them.
Chatty?
Wreck.
Where do you see ch?
Yeah, you
Oh my
added
God.
something at the end. You
What am I
added
doing?
something at the end. If you
What
had
am
an
I doing?
R and an X and you just put an E in the middle, you say wreck.
What am I doing? I'm tripping. Ma'a, Mary, FN, right?
I like how Hope did this right here because that's what gives a teaching moment. But you said Murray FN and keep going.
Set Ib F, oh my good, wow.
Wait, what did you say? You said set. You said set IBF, and then where you at? Okay, go ahead. Ear.
Air,
Has set.
you gotta help me with that one.
Has set.
Set,
This is has set. If somebody
okay.
know a different word for it, that's a set. You can see the two S's and the T.
Oh, okay. A set, Neptawi, M,
This is cold right here.
Gert,
I'm gonna ask y'all. Y'all see what I'm saying? That's cold right there. I know y'all can probably read that hella easy, but y'all see how that is?
Like a 2 and 1.
wait a minute. Is that Haru?
Well, I don't think it's Haru because I don't see an R.
No, it's the capital X, oh, KHRT.
All right.
correct? Which is, I think, day or light or something.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're right. Because it say the light belonging to the sun right here. Look. So correct net Heru or correct net Ra, if you want to say the light belonging to day would be correct net Heru. But this one says, if I'm saying the word right, correct net Su, maybe. How would y'all say that? Correct
So
net
that is
Su?
so that is not an M. That's Heru.
Huh? Heru.
Heru.
Hold on, what are you looking at, bro? Heru ain't no place to be
But
found.
not
It would be Sue if it's dealing with dates.
Yeah, that's all right. So if it's dealing with if the first word was not rays of the sun, but y'all said it was what again? Correct. Does
right.
anyone recall this word? You had just noticed
What
it.
I'm saying, but what I'm saying, Smash, the bird in the front, is that an M or is that representative of Heru? Since
Man,
we're
that's
talking,
an M.
That's an M.
You know that's an M. So this the way if you ever got that question, the M bird is the only bird that looks at us. This bird ain't looking at the beginning of the text. It's looking straight at us. You feel me? It got his head turned. So that's one of the only birds that turn and look at us like this.
okay,
Heru never turn and look at us. It's
okay.
hard to see that the owl is doing that unless you look really close. But I'm trying to figure this word out again right here
Yeah,
because
it's im cherit net raw neb.
But oh, you saying Roneb?
Right, the
Oh, I
last
messed up.
is and the
I
Okay.
neb.
said Sue, but yeah, Roneb, Emmy per what? What's this X do?
That goes to the next part. So that's the imir per. That can either be suwa or I forgot what else it could be, but it could be suwa.
And something about the people, so we know that this is his own word right here. The X and the B, so it gotta end in the
So
B.
let's
Whatever the word is,
let's
it ends
the
in the
last
B.
word.
What you
I
say,
see it
Jordan?
as a
The last word is rematch, right?
Yeah, the last word on this line is rematch, so that let us know we got the overseer of the house or the chancellor. So if they do the raise of Ra every day or something like that, the overseer of the but what is this X and the B word?
yeah.
We
You
go.
might have got me with that X joint. Is it a
Suba.
cur?
Suba.
I did some research on the X, but not as a word that we should pronounce. I because I researched whether it was the X that was inside of 049.
Thought it was Suba.
And what I did see some indication about that. What you'll notice is when this X is used as a determinative, it be representing desolate and barren, abandoned stuff. But when you got the X with the circle, it represents like a city center. But I never spoke on that because I didn't know if I was making some pseudo connection. What y'all got out of this right now?
I'm gonna
I,
say cur, but I think that's wrong.
All right, I'm gonna pull up the JSS just to identify that X real fast, unless somebody else got it. Well, that's sticks, right? It's sticks. So what would that be? Sky, earth, and water,
Let's see, double X.
or
I think that would be.
It
warfare,
might be
hunt,
in the
ro-
unclassified.
ropes, fiber, and basket. I'm gonna look at unclassified. I think you might be right, but this one don't really got. Oh yeah, unclassified.
No, it's under Z.
Oh, it's under C.
Okay.
Z as in Zion. Yeah.
Oh, okay, Zion Lex stroke. All right, let's see. And there
There you
it
go.
is. Is it this one? That one says Shabin. Well, we gotta find one that has a B as the final consonant, I think. And then none of them got a B as a final, so we can figure it out. They do got B's in them, but this one says B N. I mean SHBN SA. I mean S Shed Sawa Wep and Kabes. That's too many options, and only 2 of them got B's in there. Because if that B ain't significant, then why is it here? It don't go with the rimage. So it gotta be the phonetic complement on this word. And why would they only put the second one and not the third?
The best.
So maybe it's this other one? Nope. Maybe there's another book that tells us about Z9 or Z10 that gives us some more insight.
Another thing I could think of, it could be an abbreviation, because they've already been abbreviating things already
So
in this line. So
let's put it in the dictionary.
there's a word, abah, which means to unite. That has the B and the 2 cross sticks with it.
I'm gonna try SBN real quick, and then I'm gonna let me see.
Capital ABX.
I'm gonna
Abba.
try this real quick, just to see what SBN do. SBN do got that X on it, but it wasn't just the X by itself. Which one did you say, Chris?
It's the verb abah.
How to spell it? AB, capital AB,
X.
ABX. Oh, that got an X on it too, to unite. Oh, and it got the B too. Okay. It might be that one, bro.
Abba.
Let me see.
Overseer of the house, uniter of the people.
Oh, did they just have it just with the B? Let me see. No, that's with the 2 things. I'm gonna see if I find it just with the B, just to see. Yeah, they just left off that A.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I really think they abbreviated it because you already got some abbreviations going on.
They got another abbreviation right here. It's right there, right in front of it. They use the shortest abbreviation of MER.
Oh yeah.
You feel me? And so yeah, I would be with that. So what do you determine? Abak. All right. So now what does this say then?
Overseer of the house and uniter. Well, in this day, or I guess in Cheret Net Raneb, something like in or with of this day, in this something today, basically. Lord of the house, uniter of the people, something like that.
Lord, wait a minute.
My bad, not Lord of the house.
Overseer
of the house. Thank you.
So
Overseer
you're
of the
taking
house.
this as united. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel it. United
or united people.
I ain't mad at that. So who want to pick this up next? Or I could just read it. Useretsin. So this is the name then, huh? Because I see User Sin and an S. Usher Sin. Is that where they get that from?
Is that the Nusret?
But that looks like a personal name to me.
Neb. Neb.
Because it say User Sin. Ain't that one of somebody's name?
Yeah, I think so.
Sinseret, right?
The Nusret.
Sesostris.
But his name should be in a cartoon, so maybe this is why would his name be out of a cartouche?
I thought it was kind of weird though that the Seneb and the Neb was spelled like that too, honestly.
Oh, but Seneb.
And then
Neb.
then the last Neb.
So
I don't know if
Seneb
that's
is one
R.
thing, but Neb is a different one. So they playing with words. Because watch this, I think I encountered this before. Let's see if it comes up in the dictionary. NBNB. Yeah, dude. See, they playing with words because if Neb gonna pop. Wait a minute. Let's see if it's the same one. There you go. NBNB, the guard or protect. So they be ripping it, bruh. You feel me? So he said Neb. See, let me break this down because I'm getting too juiced as a rapper. So the snab that we all know is the health, right? And I want to talk about this. Who seen the Sorry Imhotep last video?
I think I see now. Yeah.
I was happy to watch it, and by the time you start making my mean health, dude, okay, my mean health, God, you about to redo the whole ancient Egyptian. Now, I understand by default the way he was, but what about all the aspects of my art that causes you to hack up a person in order to fight off Isfet? But anyway, I don't want to get distracted by that. But I encourage y'all to watch because I still support the channels that we ain't went too far out on no bullshit. We just always we keep each other sharp. So now this wordplay right here, and I just identified it for the first time, but I knew I'm gonna snip this. I knew what was going on because it's one of my. It's like one of the things I like to do. Oh, Chris coming back. Hold on. Let me snip this page first, real quick. It's one of the things I like to do with the Medu Netcher. So let me see. And when I say that, it's this. This is what we're dealing with, people. So the word we all identify as, am I wrong? Health is Sanab?
Yeah. Sanab.
Sanab right there, right?
I ain't got the. Yeah.
Now what they did was took another word, and they so raw because they be ripping it. They took a word, nab, which means to protect, and they put a causative S on it to make it sound like Sanab. So the speaker would have to say, Usaret sin Sanab. I don't know, that's just raw. I mean, it sounds like a rap to me. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah,
it sounds like a rap to
with
me.
Siri, Sanab. Yeah, you gotta be on your bars.
Yeah, you feel me? Like, okay, I can say that to the beat and clearly work out the English word to that flow. Like Usaret, Sin, Sanab. Usaret, the bed. Yeah, you
Hey.
feel me? I'm like, I mean, but anyway, if without going too far for people, they can clearly see that this word is made up of these three consonants. But this is a word with two of the same consonants, and they put a causative S in front of it to make the palate match as you was rolling these words off your tongue. And the vowels can still be different, which would probably make it sound like saying shalom, shalom. You still wouldn't know the relation between the two. I just gave an example of a SLM in two different Semitic languages. Salam, shalom. It would be something like similar to that. But I hope I didn't lose people. But I guess we could continue with this, Joy, or whoever want to finish knocking this down.
Makeru. Right? That would be Makeru, right?
You 100% correct.
Neb.
But this is gonna be good. Just
Neb.
this neb what?
Iwi? Something like that?
I could let you down with this one, but it ain't gonna teach you all the way wrong. Now,
I know
this
what I
isn't
want.
IMX, is it, you guys?
That's what I was thinking.
Say it again?
He said im something.
And Mach.
Yeah, Imach. That's Imach.
See, that's what I was about to say, but this is what had me thinking. It don't got the other side of it. So let me ask y'all, when it got the other side, is that Saper or something? And it's
Au.
Yep. Au. Yep.
When it got the other side is Au, and when it got this one, it's a Mach. So I didn't mess this one up. But now, what are you getting out of this, Joy?
Something like all part or something like that.
So the position of the neb helps you know how to translate it. Neb is never all of anything it's in front of. Neb is only all of things it's behind. Neb is the Lord of things it appears in front of. So if you're saying that this Lord is in front of this Amat, it would be Lord, whatever you translate this word as, and I'll let you translate it. And if you think it's behind the Ma'akaru, then it will be all Ma'akaru, which you never probably seen, right?
Okay. I think that has something to do with the heart, or am I wrong?
Nah, Amak is like being revered or something.
Okay.
But see, it's kind of misleading because I never heard of the Lord of the revered one. So somebody want to break this down?
It can be revered or veneration. Venerated, I mean.
So what is this? The venerated Lord?
Lord of the those who are venerated.
Okay.
Keru.
True of voice.
Yeah, the Lord of Reverence. Yeah.
Lord of Reverence, yeah, okay. Then what made you say true of voice, Lord of Reverence, then where you at next?
Very end.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Nebet.
All right, what's that right there?
To something about the lady.
Now
That's
this
for
is
sure.
crazy. So let me help you with this one.
That I know. The Nebet is lady.
I mean,
That-
so basically, I could just help you by saying one thing, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. This is like a sejum enough, and if that means anything to you, ask yourself, what does that mean? It means that it's a verb form first. So the I is the verb. Now y'all correct me when I'm wrong. The I is the verb to do, to make, or create. Right? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna just keep talking. And then I'm gonna entertain it in another way. To do, to make, or create. Now if we got if this was a subject and if this end would be giving us the aspect of the doing, the making, the created. That means create it. Now, I don't think that's right because the mistress of Anit, which is the place, had created. I mean, that could be right. The mistress of, because this is still a pronoun for her, the mistress of Anut or whatever, or Hilly, or one of the places, has created. And now what? My truth? My akaru? Now that say my aunt. Y'all trip off that? This
Yeah.
say my
Because
I never seen my aunt karu.
it's because she's feminine.
Yeah, it's a female. Now it's a woman. Yeah.
Oh, so it's still my aunt. It's not my aunt.
No,
Oh,
it's both.
oh no, I'm with you. It's not my aunt, the Netcher or the deity. It's declension, like what y'all saying.
Yeah. Smart Karu.
Okay. So was I
No,
wrong that this is a sentiment of? Because I could entertain it in another way. Well, how could I? If this, I don't think I can because this verb would have to be nominalized somehow in order to entertain this as some type of a direct genitive. And it appears that the state it is in is generic or in the infinitive, like, you know what I'm saying? So where
So
am
what
I
was
at,
day
Chris?
4? Day 4, the lady of
Oh, okay. Made for, okay. So entertain it as a data. Made for the lady of the house. Um, mm, nah,
made
because they
for the
said
lady of Heliopolis.
their power and health and protection is Ma'akaru, Lord of Reverence, Creator of.
Wait, where y'all at?
Nah.
Wait, where you all at, creative?
So let's deal with. I wanted to make sure I didn't mess up calling this a Sejum NF because I was guessing and I think it is one still. Even though, you know why? Because I think this is a verb. Then we got the N and then we got a pronoun, the mistress of this place. So if
Yeah, the mistress who constructs or who creates.
yeah, okay.
Unit.
So yeah, exactly. So that's she had created. It's this woman who did the creating, the mistress of. Is this Heliopolis or the one in the south?
Is that like Anu?
Heracanopolis or something.
That's Iwanet.
Iwanet, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, So then we write then. So then this was a Sejim NF. So this is the Lord of Revelance, and she has created. But what she had created? What true words?
No. That's just to seal it. She's true of voice.
Okay, yeah, I thought so.
That's my Aunt Haru. See the Haru at the end?
Yeah,
I think I see a
I
Haru.
do.
Yeah.
I was with
Oh, there it is.
I know, but I'm trying to figure out that Sejim NF is supposed to lead to something. She had created, and then it's just over.
No. She created or she made Iyunu the city. That's it. That's a sentence.
I'm so. If that's the case, Nebet in ear. I knew she because I was saying Nebet. All right, I got you. Yep, she created because I was reading that as the mistress of the city of An has created.
I see what you're doing. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, but the subject though would be Nebet, and then what did she create?
I know.
What did she construct?
That's what I was looking to see what she created.
Yeah, Iyunu, that city. Or you could just say she's the mistress of that city. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Yep, and she's found true voice.
That was cold. Oh, we had 316. Oh, this is good. I'm gonna let this be cool, and maybe I can be back later. But that was another cool build. I just looked at the time, and I'm gonna spend some of my time just relaxing on the couch because I'll be overstudying. But I want to thank y'all for hitting the link when I put it up, because if not, it just be me, and it show more people that this ain't like you ain't gotta be a master teacher. You can just
Smash
diligent. Yeah, what's up?
Check this out though. Can you imagine if we were in Kemet right now? We were over there doing this, like, you know what I'm saying, at the wall, chopping this shit up like this. People would be like, "What the hell is going on?"
Yeah, we'll probably have a circle around us like when I got signed the record deal, bro. They're probably just like, we just gonna watch them for a minute because they over here building.
Fact.
You imagine, yo.
But I don't think they'll let you do it by yourself without a tour guide there. So we're gonna have to hire a cool ass tour guide who know not to usurp us and shit.
There you go, Smash. You thinking like a diplomat.
You feel me? Like, here go your bread, homie. Come on.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to warn them, like, look, man, in the group, we got about 8 people who are all proficient now. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, so don't even really say nothing because they're gonna start correcting you. Just take this money and let us talk.
Let us
Get us in the tomb, get us in the exhibits, and we'll do the rest, man.
And here go a nice tip. And come back and kick it with us later. You know, my driver in Brazil that I had met, only one time I went there to the favelas, we did just like that. We was like, nah, we not gonna really have no like driver that's ain't kicking it with us. So we just had him fully with us. And by the end of the tour, bruh, he was like, "Oh, so y'all really thought I was like as square as I've been acting this whole time?" He was like, he was like, I was just being professional. Let me take y'all to my hood. He was the one, our driver, who took us to the favelas, bruh. It was an experience like you was in a movie. The first time I ever seen a young man holding the strap and he just had me cornered, but he wasn't trying to do nothing, was like a 10-year-old in the favelas had a fully extendo out with no shirt on, hanging right out the back of his shirt. And he wasn't being violent or nothing. So
he was just on deck with it.
Yeah, I had American culture in my head. I felt immediately threatened. Like, oh, you bringing me to... And dude was like, man, calm down. These my people. But he drove us all through the thing, took us to meet the biggest rapper in the favelas. And I cite his name to this day anytime I meet somebody from Rio because he the man. But I just met somebody. You think this is a crazy story? I'm going to pull it up and show y'all. Then we can get ready to wind this down. But I just talked to somebody last night from Rio, and we was talking, and I brought on my man. And this was a stranger. And I mentioned his name, MV. This dude, MV Bill. But he told me MV Bill ain't the shit no more. He basically was like, he didn't say he not the shit. He was like, MV Bill, now they got all this new rapper that ain't conscious like him. MV Bill. Bruh, he took me to a party. It was over 100 AKs in the party. Like, you ever seen one of those pictures where they dancing, and this is MV Bill. Shout out to Bill. He got 1 million subscribers too. This is a conscious rapper in Sao Paulo, in Rio de Janeiro, who brought the internet to the favelas, bro. Like, this the type of people I like to build with. He brought the whole internet. You want me to prove? Well, I probably could find it on this playlist if we go back like 20 years ago, because he built the first youth center in the favelas, excuse me, that had internet. When they took me to this party, bro, I never felt a feeling like this before. And then when I finally realized that it wasn't what I was thinking, like, this is just all safe. Police can't even come in here. That's what I started realizing. Like, yo, they got like 100 AKs all in the sky and was just holding them up, grooving with the chicks.
Mm.
No one's gonna start no problem.
At all.
No one. Everybody was respectable. Oh, sorry, I bumped into you. Oh, so sorry, sir. Like, I was like, aha. They got something going on. They self-policing, and they straight ain't on no N-word stuff. They was on some, like, black power. You feel me? With they straps. But anyway, it threw me off for this video, and I definitely didn't intend to talk about that. But this is my man Bill, and since he did show me some things in real life, I was trying to kind of show how he built them youth centers. And it's cold. Somebody posted something on his page 1 day ago, so maybe he doing it big still. Look, see, he is. All these studios, I bet you they his. Because he brought all this, well, I could be wrong, years ago. But anyway, I went too far with that story. I want to thank everybody. Y'all got some closing words or anything to say? Because I'm going to grab me a bite to eat.
Man, just, go ahead.
I just want to say thank you.
Well, thank you. Shit. For coming and making it good. I appreciate y'all. Anybody else?
Same thing, man. Good looking. Thank you for hosting the space, man.
I don't need no thanks. We be right here tomorrow. It is what it is. Shout out to my archers. Arrows up.
No doubt. Be back at it.
Peace. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate the smash.
Word up. Thank you.
Yeah, I wish I had.
We're gonna be right back tomorrow. I'm gonna start doing these too. I do the whole book on, so people, then I'll make a playlist so people who just want to learn the different ways can learn it on my page. All right, peace, y'all. Yeah, that was it. Another one of those lessons. We will get through this book. If you want to do it by yourself, to make sure you up on the next lesson, just go to where we was at in Hoke's book and keep on reading. Read all the parts I was skimming over. Learn the minutia. Learn the details. Learn the part cats avoid. The most intimidating portions. Figure them out. Shout out to everybody. I see UKA in the building. We'll be back later.